It is the 41st millennium. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth. He is the master of mankind by the will of the gods, and master of 1,000,000 worlds by the might of his inexhaustible armies. He is a rotting carcass, writhing invisibly with power from the dark age of technology. He is the carrion lord of the Imperium, for whom 1,000 souls are sacrificed every day, so that he may never truly die. Yet even in his deathless state, the Emperor continues his eternal vigilance. Mighty battle fleets cross the demon-infested miasma of the warp, the only route between distant stars, their way lit by the Astronomicon, the psychic manifestation of the Emperor's will. Vast armies give battle in his name on uncounted worlds. Greatest among his soldiers are the Adeptus Astartes, the Space Marines, bioengineered super warriors. Their comrades in arms are Legion, the Imperial Guard, and countless planetary defense forces, the ever-vigilant Inquisition, and the tech priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus, to name only a few. But for all their multitudes, they are barely enough to hold off the ever-present threat from aliens, heretics, mutants, and worse. To be a man in such times is to be one amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. These are the tales of those times. Forget the power of technology and science, for so much has been forgotten, never to be relearned. Forget the promise of progress and understanding, for in the grim, dark future, there is only war. There is no peace among the stars, only an eternity of carnage and slaughter and the laughter of thirsting gods.
Alrighty, hello everyone. Welcome to our first episode of Wrath and Glory.
For the memes.
Well, for something anyway. For the Emperor, at the very least.
That
Yeah,
too.
gotta respect
Just
the
for him.
Emperor.
It's the only reason we did this.
I'm waiting on Pope to get back. He's having some issues, which I don't quite understand, but, you know.
It's Pope. There's nothing
Yeah,
to understand.
this is true.
Goals for the Skull Throne.
Yes.
Hopes for the metal throne?
I don't know. But anyway, my name is Trucker. Welcome to the Verdant channel, and we're gonna go around the Horde really quick while we wait on Mr. Metallicus returning from Starfighter. It's the one and only Adrian.
How you do, everybody? This is I, Adrian. This time I'll be playing just something very metallical in kind, and that praises the machine spirit a lot, and that may or may not have something to do inside this universe we call our home.
All right.
And I will not be very wholesome.
Propaganda.
I doubt it. Well, I doubt that you won't be wholesome. I'm sure you'll be quite wholesome.
I am a joyous person to be around.
Quite.
Right.
We have Rogue.
Sounds like
Hello.
stuff.
Rogue, say hello. Rogue,
Nope.
say hello.
Oh, me! Oh, yes, I am Rogue. Hello.
Jesus Christ.
Happy day. How is all?
A happy day.
All right.
Oh, happy
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Pope, say hello while you figure your shit out.
How's it going? And I did figure it out. I'm in now.
Oh, good. I'm sure it was completely your fault. And we have a new player. I'm just gonna call Ultra.
Fresh meat.
Ultra TTT RPG the third.
Yes, I am the Ultra TTRPGer. You all just call me Ultra for short. I am playing an Aldari Ranger, Caldor Bellathor.
I'm gonna call you Mittens.
I mean, we got Lucy here, so why not?
We do have Lucy. Speaking of Lucy, we're gonna go and introduce everybody's characters really quick. That way, we can get this party started. But we are playing Wrath and Glory, the Warhammer 40k D6 system. It should be good fun. So I'm going to share. Let's start with good old Lucy here. Show the players. So you can see on the screen there, everybody. Pope, introduce your character. You don't have to give full backstory, but just enough to let people know what you're all about.
All right. Well, I am playing Lucianus Aximand, a Space Marine scout of the Void Wolves chapter. Basically part of the Rogue Trader's retinue, and just here to help him out and also bring some glory to the chapter while I'm at it. And hopefully, maybe they'll give me my big boy armor someday.
Yes, that's every growing Space Marine stream getting that big boy armor. Rogue, would you like to introduce your character?
Yes, I am Trinity. I'm a sister of battle from the Order of our Martyred Lady. I am going to die for the Emperor in his name. And Lucy's my best bro.
He's your best bro, huh? That's fantastic.
Yeah, we kill people for the Emperor together. What better bond is there than that?
Christ. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Next up,
Anyway.
we have Adrian. Who are you and why are you here?
Well, hello. I am here. I was picked up in my forge world, and which was given a... Well, I have realized we are disposable, but I yearned to prove myself with purpose within my forge world, and thus I intend to use this situation I find myself in the retinue of a rogue trader that happened to pass by in order to bring something of use back home. At the very least for that.
Fascinating. Excuse me. And last, we have a final character, at least for now. Ultra, please tell us a little bit about Caldor.
Yes, I, Caldor Bellathorn, had grown quite tired of the world that I felt just stuck and trapped on, and wanted to see what lied among the stars. So I, quote unquote, commandeered a vessel of my own, and despite what's the word I'm looking for, being looked down upon for having such desires, I left my world to go see what was out there. Eventually, I saved the rogue trader captain of the ship that I am now on, and they allowed me to join them on travel so I could see what else lies out there. And even though the crew is not particularly all fond of me, the rogue trader basically said, tough up or shut up. So,
Yeah, you are a dirty Xenos, so
Yeah.
it does make sense that literally no one in this universe will like you. But fortunately for you, in the world of 40k, most humans you're going to run into, are too stupid to know you're not a human. So,
I'm a dirty little space elf.
yeah, you are.
Also, humans hate everybody, including themselves.
Indeed.
Yes.
Alrighty, well.
Okay, now get that space elf off my page. I
Your Facebook
Guido.
page?
Delete it yourself. What are you talking about? you get it off. You can stop looking at it anytime, alright? That's all on you.
I totally purged it from my memory. Thank you.
Good. As one does. So,
As a sister of battle does, yes.
Yes.
let me pull up my bullshit. So, we're going to be introducing the setting a little bit. You got a little bit from the intro, and that was all exciting and fun. But where we are going to be specifically, and yes, for the Emperor, Pope's character does look a bit sus, I have to say. It does, trust me, he was even more sus before the changes.
Yeah, and let's face it, or the Emperor knows why I'm sus.
Can we
Moving
say
on.
what we've been saying he looks like?
I already said. It's fine. Don't
Yes.
worry about it. But,
Gay Buzz Lightyear.
Yes, Gay Buzz Lightyear. Here's what it looks like. But anyway, we are going to be moving over to the Gilead System. You might be wondering where the Gilead System is and all that. I'm going to show you this little system here. You should all be able to see it. Oh, God. I don't care if there's no token. But this is
Wonderful.
where we're going to be starting out. Basically, I'm just going to read you the excerpt from Rogue Trader Jackal Varonius, or Jekyll Varonius. The Gilead System lies on the border of the Segmentum Solar and the Segmentum Obscurus. That's the light and the dark Imperium. But if you don't know, in the universe of 40k, there's the Great Rift, which is crossing the galaxy, and the light of the Astronomicon is very dim in certain parts of the galaxy on the opposite end of the rift. And the rift was deemed to be impassable. So, it is a cluster of worlds isolated within the Dark Imperium, cut off from Imperial reinforcements and astropathic messages, and left to fend largely for itself against myriad threats. A glimmer of hope arrived in the form of a fleet of ships belonging to the charismatic and influential rogue trader Jackal Varonius, or Jekyll Varonius, however you want to pronounce it. I think Jackal sounds better than Jackal. Varonius,
like the space jackals.
Yeah, the space jackals, which not to be confused with space dingoes, because that's Battle
Whole
Now
other
at
game.
Millennium 41. Yeah, totally different, unrelated game. Varonius's fleet accomplished a feat considered nigh impossible, crossing the Great Rift from the Imperium Sanctus to the other side. Many claim that only the great fortune and the presence of an ancient, highly skilled navigator of House, I'm gonna fuck this up, Omenkara, aboard his flagship, the Grand Accuser Ducal Circlet, I don't know, could explain such a miraculous event. And basically, as soon as he arrived in the system, which is this system here, he started trying to make contact. And if you don't know, when you exit the warp, you usually start way the fuck out away from everything, and it could take days, maybe even weeks, to travel sublight further into the system. You don't jump out right on top of planets. So it takes some time. that is where we're beginning. And we're going to move over. I've given you all a ship of sorts. It's not much of a ship. You are not with the Rogue Trader at the moment. You might have been previously, but once you're in the system, you got work to do. So I'm just gonna activate you here. Ta-da! That's nice. Look at this nice little ship I found.
Oh,
Ooh.
dear.
Gotta love
Yeah,
people on the internet. I actually think it has kind of a 40k, like a downscaled 40k look to it. Very simple, very blocky. There's no walls on this map. You can just walk wherever you want. But I figured you guys should have like a little ship to sit on and do nothing with, because functionally you're not going to be able to do anything with it. But it's fun at any rate.
Yay.
That is our sister.
Ooh. What is that?
She's
Is
right
that
there.
a arc bot?
Oh, wait, where did she go?
Mom.
Is she underneath somebody?
Where am I?
Where is our
I
sister?
don't have a token here. It says there's no token of me.
I
in this
must have
scene.
accidentally deleted you. Hold on a second.
Rude.
There you go.
We need an arc bot of sorts. What would it be called in 40k?
That would probably be a servitor or a servo skull. Oh, do you think we could get Arcusil's skull and turn it into a servo skull?
Yes.
We could call him.
Arc
Wow, what would
skull.
we call him?
The
Arc
skull
skull.
of Arc.
I would
the
just turn him
listening-
into a maintenance servitor.
For the people
Oh.
listening, all this is going right over my head. I'm still fairly new to the 40k stuff, so all these words everyone's mentioning is just going, "Meow."
Well, it's from our previous game. We had a robot butler cleaner named Arcbot on our ship.
Yeah,
He
Arcusil
was
runs
ruthless with a
the.
blast pistol.
Arcusil is the owner of the sister server to mine. Like, my server exists because we were clogging up Arcusil's Discord server.
Yeah.
What class
Anyway,
of
he-
ship for the Emperor? Small, because they're
Small.
just a little transport ship is basically what it is. It's not like a serious ship. The Rogue Trader's ship is a Grand Cruiser. That's a pretty big ship. I've still got to find like good art for it. I don't know where.
So who are these
I'll find good
randos
art.
here?
Those are just random people that threw on the ship for decorations. That's an officer, though. This is like, you know how in Helldivers you have the democracy officer? This is your democracy officer. Except there's no democracy
don't-
in 40k.
I'm doing my part.
I don't know if I respect him or not. He doesn't have a hat on.
Well,
It is entirely within your power to provide him with a hat.
oh, and I guess I
What
could
is up
always...
with you and hats?
It's from our Starfinder campaign.
Hats for the Emperor.
She started off the campaign by stealing the hat off of the first person they met.
He
And
was
succeeding.
describing this-
This is the Rogue Trader, by the way. This is the man you're working for, Jacob Veronius.
Hello.
Very distinguished. He has candles on his shoulder, which I always find fucking hilarious in this universe. So,
'Cause
we got
why
One
that
must light their own light in the dark.
His peripheral vision must be like horrible.
I mean, it's 40k. Probably everything's
Oh,
horrible for these people.
That is true.
We
There's
knew
nothing-
not of good
nothing-
things even before we were born.
Nothing.
There
good
is never any
happens
good.
in- Nothing good happens in 40k. It's all terrible. Okay, good. We're going to be playing Dark Tides. Not to be confused with the Warhammer 40k game Dark Tide. They're actually surprisingly unrelated. I don't think there's actually anything similar about them.
This game is already a
but
train
this
wreck.
is yes, it is. This is not a currently viable system through Cubicle 7. This is from the original makers, so I figured we'd start here at the very beginning. Isn't that fun?
Very good place.
Oh, and if you hear any music sound effects, that might be Syrinscape. I forgot to do any prep work for it, so I may or may not get around to using it today. Probably not, if I'm being honest. Okay. Let us get to a little bit of an introduction as well. When the Cicatrix Maledictum, that's the great riff, by the way. Cicatrix Maledictum, what a great name. Tore the galaxy asunder. Oh god, Charbidian found itself terrifyingly severed from the guiding order and power of the Imperium in its wake. Chaos and confusion bred mistrust and deceit among the ruling elite. of Hyde Aiden, which I'm going to bring y'all back over to the map, I guess. I can bring y'all back over to the map really quick, just so you can take a better look at the system. So, this is the whatever system, Charbidian place, and the hive and all that. This is the planet we're talking about. That's the primary planet, I think.
Cool.
Alright, let me go back. Yeah, so they've been cut off for a long time and fearing for their very survival. And, you know, when you're cut off from everything and this sky opens up and, like, demons could possibly come down, things start going bad. So we're going to begin with Act 1. There's a thing I gotta read to you, but I'm looking for it. Nope. There we go. So, you're on your little ship, you know, the rogue trader is gonna have you doing stuff. His flotilla is gonna be all over the place, you know, getting things accomplished, and he's put you all on this little transport. You're agents of his. The party in the system is called a warband. I'm just going to call it the party because fuck the police. So you're sitting around and you received a message from your patron, Rogue Trader Jackal Veronius. I almost said Valancius. It's not the wrong Rogue Trader. Although Bartholomew is in the thumbnail. Because of course he is. You receive a message from the Rogue Trader on your data slates. It's short, curt, and describing what he wants you to do. And it reads, Charbidian is an ocean world of significant value to the Gilead system. The planetary governor, Genthet Veneratio, Jesus Christ, these fucking names, has gone missing, and we have a reason to believe he's dead. As such, this planet needs a new governor, and I'm going to ensure that the succession proceeds quickly. Charbidian's production of food is too important to the Gilead system to let it fall into anarchy. One of the largest problems involves the nobles of the capital hive, Adon. These upper hive elite relish taking insult at any opportunity. There has been a series of apparent murders amongst their ranks. Eventually, one will use these deaths as an excuse to accuse a rival, and the planet's industry will fall apart as the nobles war among themselves. I want this murderer found, and swift, retributive action taken against them. Understood? At the same time, verify the governor's death, if you can. Veneratio's disappearance was far too convenient for my taste. I'll have none of these trivialities distract the greater threats to the Gilead system. Your first step should be to contact Prefect Aurelius, the current highest-ranking administratum official, and interim governor, to gain more specific details about the murders. And so that's going to be your task. You're going to be traveling onto the system up here, Charbidian. That's the one on the upper left. You can see it there. I'm pinging it just for fun. And you're already en route. Oh my god. And so we're gonna take you back. And
Really booking here.
yep. Oh yeah. Realistically, this entire series of things probably took a couple of days at least, maybe a day or two to at least get the news. And I see you over on Kick Kuro. Very good to see you. And yes, Die Xenos Scum. Yes, you guys correct for the Emperor. You have the right attitude, as always. I appreciate it.
Do I have kick? I don't know.
I don't know. I just throw it up on Kick because people seem to use it. So I'm like, I might as well dual stream because why the hell not? All right.
Because you can.
So we're gonna sit on this ship for a minute. I've got to.
No.
And you all. So you have just gotten your orders. Let's and a lot of this is gonna be theater of the mind, by the way. At least for the first act. We'll see how it proceeds. But I did try to throw some maps in, but it's not gonna be as map heavy as Starfinder was, where I was just throwing random bullshit at the wall. But so you've all just read your data slates. discuss. Governor's been murdered.
Well, what is usually the way of approach on these matters?
Well, he told you need to go talk to the prefect. But
This was in character, not to you.
I'm just saying, look, you worship the Omnissiah, and I'm the closest thing you've got to that, so...
This is fine. Yes, I could have been totally talking to the machine spirits.
There's probably a toaster in the corner. You can probably go ask it for advice.
There's a flying skull there. There's our hatless boy here. Can ask everybody.
Yeah, well, you've got your crew here, your war band. They'd be the ones you probably would want to talk to.
Very well, gentlemen. I wish we talk to this prefect, find someone, and that's it.
No, he said retribution. However you want to interpret that. It's 40k. It could be literally anything. How is
Depends on how my bolt gun is feeling.
It's true. How is Lucianus feeling about this? This task?
Well, we're restoring order to an imperial world that is presumably loyalist, so this is our mission. Let's get to it.
Ma'am was had some questions like how you proceed. I want y'all to get your thoughts on how you want to proceed with this. I mean, you're obviously going to do prefect, but have y'all ever investigated before? I mean, maybe Trinity has, because she's sister of battle, so she works for the ecclesiarchy, but or works with the ecclesiarchy and the Inquisition. But the rest of you investigated anything?
I think Caldor's just happy to do whatever job he's asked to do, as long as he gets to explore places he's never been to before. So this is just an opportunity to explore another place he hasn't been to yet. So he's willing to do the job just so he can look around and sightsee.
Yeah, and
I don't know who this Caldor is, but he sounds sus.
well, Caldor, especially for you, going through the warp on an Imperial ship would be extremely unpleasant. Because you'd be surrounded by all that psychic energy trying to get into your mind. So you're probably really happy to get me anywhere except here.
Yeah, I think it's like a part there's one. It's like at one part excited and at one part uncomfortable as we're flying through space, because it's like my psychic powers getting messed with a little bit. It's like just that weird tension between the two going on.
Yeah, he said it, not me.
And what does Trinity think about this mission?
Well, restoring order to a world, it's right up my alley.
Yeah, they're in
It's what I
character
do.
already. This is amazing. Just blank loyalty to the Emperor, as it should be. Praise be.
My faith is my shield, and the Emperor's will is my sword.
The
Amen.
Emperor's hat is your umbrella.
Underwear.
The Emperor's hat is my
Cool, next scene.
safety blanket.
All right. So before you go anywhere, you're gonna stop, and I know how you fucking people are. I'm gonna bring up. We're gonna do some more talking. All right. So you come down in an Arvis shuttlecraft. Sit down for the Rogue Traders Flotilla. From your ship, there is a hangar on that ship. I just didn't bother to let you see it. So, as you fly
You walk
down,
so
you
fast.
come onto a landing pad, and some of these enforcer dudes come and pick you up because they know you're on the way, and they're leading you over to the palace. And this is the palace. And I love that even though I did the walls in a particular way, they're not quite lighting up the way I wanted them to. Amazing.
Yeah, Foundry's being messy with me at the moment, so I just refreshed it. So hopefully I'll be able to actually see everything here in just a second.
Yeah, it can be a little
Touchy.
weird. Okay. Well, now
That
so
guy's
the
got full
enforcer
armor.
The enforcer guys are like, all right, dude. They proceed inside. The guard will be with you shortly.
Sweet.
Very well. I believe we should go in.
Oh, hey, and yeah, if you walk over here, you can see something cool. I did. Oh my god. Isn't that amazing? You walk up to
Ooh.
it, and then it shows you stuff. I've learned how to do that. Ignore that door. I don't even know why it's there.
It's a very strange door into the abyss. I do not
It is a
understand.
hive city, so it makes perfect sense.
But a door should be a window. I do not know. Worlds are strange.
One does not simply ask where the door leads in a hive city.
Alright,
One might
so
not like
you
the
are
answers.
going up here.
We
Are
always,
you coming,
need.
Caldor?
We should always be careful in Forge Worlds as well. You never know when a foundry is right below your feet.
Are you coming, Caldor? Just
True.
click on your token and drag it,
Oh.
or use the arrow keys.
Sorry, my it's still trying to re-upload the Foundry. It's being
Okay,
super
I'll
slow
just
on my
drag
end
you
right
over.
now. So
And,
yeah,
the
would
enforcers
this be like?
what's up?
I was just gonna say I would Caldor would probably have his hood up over his head to kind of hide
Oh,
his
of
face a
course.
little bit.
Yeah,
So
no.
yeah,
Nobody's
Because
giving
he-
you the side eye because you work for the rogue trader, but there's no need to take chances. Y'all can go through. They usher you through this door. Ahead.
No need to flaunt.
all right,
That would be very bad. And
yeah.
they tell you to wait in this room.
Very well.
Are there refreshments?
Good evening, gentlemen.
Of course, this is a governor's palace. There's always refreshments.
Okay, I'm back now, so I can see everything
What
now.
do they
so.
eat in 40k?
Nothing good. And
Okay.
so they just tell you to wait
Rations.
here. And
The
This
equivalent
is-
of MREs in space.
This is a
The
bit of a-
precious
Tastes like sawdust.
rations.
there's some delectable corpse starch cubes on the table. You know, if you're
Protein!
hungry.
I remember those when I was still flesh.
Your character still eats. You're not entirely a robot.
I know.
He just pretends.
So you've got some time to kill. While you wait, what are your characters doing while you wait?
How did you
Doc?
gentlemen? How did you feel through the journey? I was mostly just asleep.
Are
Dreaming of
you
method.
were in sleep mode.
I was dreaming of mathematical theorems.
I was both Caldor would be like I was both excited yet space sick at the same time. The warp messes with me still.
Loser.
Oh, I know. It's the one you just put. It's like when you put the wrong oil in a joint.
It's like, while I find that analogy strange, I somehow surprisingly understand that.
I just focus on the Emperor and everything is right in the end.
It's like, yeah, yes, praise be to your God, Emperor.
Praise the
My,
Messiah.
you mean our, right?
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, you mean our. You know, the
Our
enforcers
God
would.
Emperor.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
a god
right.
emperor.
Yes, praise be to our
Right.
God, Emperor. Our God, Emperor, yes.
I forget
Okay.
what the Pope. What the fuck is it they say when they refer to the emperor of 40k? I'm so used to saying praise be.
The Emperor protects.
Yeah, the emperor protects. Yeah, the emperor protects, and you make the sign of the Aquila, which is
Praise the Messiah.
Holy, it's like, Holy Emperor, Son of God, pray for sinners now at the hour of our death, amen.
Son of God.
I just want to say praise be.
God, you're gonna
'cause
get fucking
I'm not
lynched.
say that
You're
character.
gonna get fucking lynched.
That was not in character. That was just a joke out of character.
Okay.
Okay.
'Cause my trigger finger's getting kind of itchy here.
Mine would be pretty itchy. I'm not gonna lie.
As he's saying these things in a room with a sororitas and a space marine.
It's like,
and
Hold on, did you
enforcers,
say-
by the way.
did you mention that trigger finger in character, or are you saying that out of character?
Both.
Okay, because you just see, because although you were just butter under his breath, you only wish someone would trigger your finger.
What? Trigger your finger. Calm down.
It's a
calm down. They're not into bestiality in this galaxy.
Oh Lord. Ah.
Riveting. Very well.
So after what seems like a literal eternity, because, well, he's the governor of a planet, and just because you're here on a rogue trader's errand doesn't mean you're a rogue trader. So they make you wait and wait. And wait. And wait.
I'm playing Sudoku in my head.
And wait. I figured you'd be playing Tetris.
I'm reciting hymns.
That's later.
Ooh,
Under my
hymns?
breath.
What hymns are you reciting?
Of my Saint Dominica,
Oh,
her life story.
excellent. That's a good hymn. What's your favorite part?
Yes. Oh, really? It's any part where blood is being shed.
Always a fan favorite. Always a fan favorite.
Yes. 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 All the glory
Yes.
to
All
the
glory.
Emperor in
The
his
Emperor
name.
protects.
The Emperor protects.
Excellent.
I think Calidor is just he's got he's got like a tablet and he's just kind of updating with like just stuff about the planet that they're on, what he's seen, and then just reading through other stuff.
So I'm going to let you in on a little secret about 40K. Information about specifically where you are is not always easy to get because the Imperium is a million planets and shit gets lost all the time. So you're probably only going to have really basic information about the planet. And almost nothing about what's been going on. Probably not what's been going on for the last 100 years, knowing the fucking Imperium.
Oh no, it's not like he's not looking up stuff. He's writing. It's like its own personal diary, and he's just writing stuff about what he's seen and all that.
I got
That's kind of what he does. He's exploring the worlds, and he's got like basically like a digital diary just full of everything he's done.
Aw,
being
how
like-
cute. You have a little diary.
Well, you are an
Yeah,
Eldar, so you probably would find a lot of it disgusting. I mean, you don't have to, of course, but Eldar typically find human architecture to be crude and unnatural in a way. So hopefully you have some really snarky observations at some point.
It's like beautifully disgusting is used like several times throughout several things.
Perfect. Yeah, well, planets go missing for centuries, fucking for the Emperors, right? And shit. And finally, you see one of the enforcers over here puts his finger to his ear and he's like, all right, you can come in. They let you inside. My God.
May you praise the Omniscient truthfully tonight.
The Emperor protects.
Oh, get your fat ass over here.
Lucy, get over here.
Come on, brother Lucy, we are waiting.
Fucking Lucy was taking a nap. So then you see this man over here. I'm gonna show you his character art. Bam. This is Prefect Aurelius.
It's like a Walmart receipt.
Yes.
No,
Aurelius?
it's a CVS
He motions
pharmacy.
for you to come closer. You can come up the stairs.
Well, you can tell it's official. He's a seal on his machine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course, it's got a purity seal. He looks at
Joyful
you.
day to you, Governor
says-
Interim.
So, you're Jackal of Aronius's neutral investigators, I take it? And he regards you critically, sniffs, and then pops another grape into his mouth because he's eating grapes, apparently.
Space grapes.
So, who doesn't like some good grapes? You'll do, I suppose. But understand this. Jekyll may operate under the Imperial warrant, but you do not. I allow you as a courtesy to the esteemed rogue trader on account of our mutual goals. But you are not, I repeat, not under any circumstances to make the situation worse. Is that understood? There are to be no accusations without proof. Your presence here is under the auspices of the rogue trader, and that grants you certain latitudes and liberties. But it does not grant you authority. You are to extend the hive, or you are to extend the hive's nobles the respect they are accustomed to during the course of this investigation. Is that clear? Good. Now, what do you need to know? Quickly, I really don't have time to spare on this endeavor, and air quotes.
And everything you would have about the assassin, its motives, what potentially could it be, why would someone died, when it happened, how it happened, and so on and so forth.
He sighs. It's like, normally the enforcers would handle something like this, but they're busy suppressing riots in the other hives. And he goes on about how Charbini is suffering, and then it's as if he didn't, just kind of ignoring your question for a minute there, as he's, a very busy man. That's why he's sitting here eating a bowl of grapes in his office, obviously.
Yes, and monologuing about his woes.
Let's see. Do. There's a check you have to do, and it's not telling me which check you need to do. But basically, you're gonna need to win him over somehow.
Oh yes,
he's
and
not doesn't seem very interested in dealing with you. As he said, you're just errand boys for the rogue trader, and you're not really worth his time, as it would seem.
Yes, and and since I'm clearly a fantastical person to speak in this campaign, which I'm not. But why the fuck not? I can actually use something once per day, I believe. Wait, what the fuck was it?
Well, Pope has a higher. Lucy has. Oh no! Actually, Caldor has the best cunning, and
it depends if it's cunning that you're looking for.
Insight.
Yeah, I got a few things I could use for this. I would kind of maybe like take like a small step forward to kind of put myself not too much in front of everyone, but just enough to where it's like I'm gonna speak to him. And I'm keeping my head down just like a little bit because I don't want him to like get a good look. I don't want him to look right at me in case he realizes what I am. And I'll be like, it's like, forgive me, Sir Prefect. We know you are a busy man of great importance, but the more details that we have about what happened, the better that we will be able to do our duties.
He just kind of gives you a glance. He's like, I don't know what it is about you, but I don't like you especially well. Even less than the others. Can't quite put my finger on it. Something about you. Very strange.
It might be that he bathes too often.
He gives you a disgusted look, like, too often.
Is there something I need to roll to get him towards like he'll help us instead of like worry about him figuring out what I am?
What's funny is I actually don't see anything for. I guess persuasion is the close. There's no like diplomacy roll, so just do
persuasion would be the closest probably.
Yeah, it's because it's either that or leadership, which
I think leadership is for something completely different. But I could be wrong.
It probably is. Resolve tests, awareness tests, escaping grappling. Yeah, so all these are going to be a little slightly different, but yes, this is But you go ahead and roll your persuasion there. I'm gonna set the DN to something, and we'll see how it goes. The first roll of the night, end of the campaign.
I'm persuading to be on his good side, so that way we can get some more help with regards to information and all that. So, okay, so hold on. I'm not using any wrath at the moment. We'll just make this a normal 4. We'll see what happens.
Four successes and 1 failure. I'm gonna give it to you.
Wow.
He was really annoyed. Yeah, I mean, it's it's the first roll.
Yeah, my one good roll for the game I'll probably have.
Like, I mean, four successes is really good considering you only roll 4 fucking dice. So, I mean, let's not complain too much. Let's see. But he seems, yep. It's like, well, like, I guess it would be in my best interest to help you out a bit, if nothing else, so that you get out of my hair. You
You have hair.
wouldn't notice a distinct lack of hair on his head.
He's got wires.
You can comment on it if you want. That's
I
totally
do
up
not
to
know
you.
what this. Yes. You do have quite lovely hair. One day I aspire to be as glorious as you.
No
Like,
comment.
well, I don't know all of the details. This is something the enforcers handle. He's like, but I do know some of them are quite gruesome. You would need to talk to Praetor Borst. But if you want to go investigate the estate, that would probably be your best bet. We don't know much, but if there's any, anything that might help you along your way, you just let us know. And, but he doesn't seem to know very much, but he, seems a little more willing to at least, make your life a little bit easier.
It's like,
He just knows that
it's
it's
like, I'll-
gruesome and some nobles have been getting murdered. Pretty much nothing that you didn't already know from the Rogue Traders, basically.
Do
what
we
it
know
boils down to.
how they were murdered?
It's like, that's your job to find out.
So it
We
didn't.
need to
So
find
we
out
don't.
why
So,
and how.
so we don't know if they were like stabbed or shot or anything, or if they were like tossed from a roof. We don't know anything like that.
He waves his hand at you dismissively. He's like, talk to the enforcers. One of them will take you to the estate. You could find out there. But, I'm sure the Rogue Trader feeds you quite well, but do feel free to take some food with you. You look, especially you, and he points at Kaldor, look quite famished.
It's like I'll just bow. I'll just do like a slight bow as I'm like, "Thank you, sir, prefect. We will do our best and not let you down."
He nods and he waves his hand, dismissing you. Unless you need anything else or have any other requests of him. He doesn't know the specifics of the murders, just the people who were murdered, basically. And he gives you a name as well. I should probably mention the name. It is
Perfect.
Axon Volus is one of the first murdered person you're going to go look at least. And he told you to talk to Praetor Borst, which, I mean, you'll, I'm sure, meet him at some point. But that's the other person you would need to talk to get more details.
Yeah, I think I would say that's probably the first person we would need to go to is that Praetor Borst, so we could start getting some more detailed stuff about these murders.
Are you telling
Please
this
give us
to
leave
the
to go.
Are you telling this to the prefect, or are you telling this among yourselves?
I say as we were like walking out, because I assume we're walking out like by this point. I would share this with the others. That would be my first idea.
Okay.
All right.
Before we leave, I would ask something to the guy.
Sure.
One thing that happened that crossed my mind. Do you know who are the candidates to this governor position?
Says, well, I'm sure your illustrious rogue trader will have some ideas on that. It would be presumptuous of me, just acting governor, to really say until we know more about what the rogue trader's intentions are. You have to understand, rogue traders are immensely powerful, and so he's probably not going to say anything to you about it if
I will still
that's
be.
going to go against the rogue trader in any way.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Well, but you certainly would have had an election or something for an assignment process going on before the rogue trader arrived.
He
would
laughs,
you
an
not?
election.
No. As I do not know how things work on this side of the rift. If need be, I would like to make a persuasion check for this.
Okay, sure.
I will be using my conversional cogitator ability to use my tech instead of my persuasion.
Okay. 6 successes. Fuck me, but you.
One shift
Yeah,
and
and you get a glory point.
Yeah.
Glory hole.
Yee.
Take that to the glory hole, and use that. Oh, it gives you an automatic. God, I love this Foundry module. It's so good. It does
Yes, I
it
give
does
it automatically.
literally everything. Yeah, it does it automatically. It's amazing. I love it.
Oh, that's nice.
So he says, "No, we do not have anyone chosen yet." Says, with the governor still missing, we don't know if he's dead or not, and it would be presumptuous to begin assigning a new governor until we have some information on the matter.
Very well noted. Praise the Omnissiah. Have a nice day.
The Emperor
Perfect.
protects.
Excellent. All right, so that's going to lead you all over to the apartment. So basically, you're going to be walking down the Hive City. It's a Hive City. If you don't know what a Hive City looks like, it's a massive city that holds literally billions of people. It spirals up into the sky, or however you want to look at it. It's massive. As you walk around, you see citizens hustling and bustling around. Everything is enclosed, of course. There's servitors walking around. If you don't know what a servitor is, that's some dark shit. But eventually, one of the enforcers guides you on your way down the hall, or down the passageways, to Askin Volus's apartment. And there's no walls here, just so y'all can kind of freely move around. Those are just a stand-in for the apartments. Don't take
On the
this as
way-
like
on
gospel
the way-
of what it looks like.
Yeah. On the way here, I'd like to ask the enforcer about directions for Praetor Borst.
He said the prefect will inform Praetor Borst that you want to speak to him. And that's all he tells you.
That does
It-
not tell me where to find them.
He said, I don't know where he is. The prefect didn't tell me. He will
Does he not
inform him
have-
of your arrival, and I'm sure he will want to speak to you.
You people are very inclined to not give direct answers to questions. It is
Welcome
very
to Warhammer
curious.
40k.
Oh no, I know. It is very curious
Welcome
and
to the
suspicious.
Yeah,
bleak obscurity of the distant hereafter.
Yes.
Yes. I love how chat loves my character so much that they're already asking for my character's demise already. As I
Yes.
watch them.
You are a
They're already
Xeno.
chat.
Therefore, you are a Xeno. You must die. It's very easy.
You are Xenos, and I hope everybody in the chat is enjoying it so far, even though we've just barely
Need
begun.
to get
But
a
please
kick so I can
hit
see
that like
chat.
button because I'm very insecure and would like to see it go above 10.
He is
Yeah.
very insecure.
So, remind me the name of the person we're going to go see again.
We're gonna check
You're
for a body
going to
right now.
investigate the murder scene of Askin Volus.
Follows,
Yep.
yes. It's on the
Follows.
top right, top left. I mean,
It's covered by the fucking glory points for me. The glory hole is up
Remove
there.
glory points.
No, because it'll be in the way for the chat. Everything else on the screen. Because it's fucking huge.
Oh, that's good. So everyone just basically said basically I suggested we go see one guy for more info, and everyone was just basically like, "Screw you, we're gonna go check out the murder scene first."
Well,
I
no,
like
it's like the enforcer says, is be informed that you want to speak to him. He's a very important person. You would, you know what? I'm gonna have you roll a test for me. How about this? Let's roll awareness, and maybe you'll see why. Maybe you can pick something up from the enforcer.
Talking about me.
Yes, because since
okay.
you want to know, you're the one who wants to know. So,
Yeah, my guy's a curious dude. I mean, he's gonna want to know
yeah, roll that awareness. Let's see how you get.
awareness. I only have 3, so
You'll be fine.
Yeah, Lucy has the best awareness.
Well, I didn't ask Lucy to roll
I'm just
awareness.
pointing that out.
Doesn't matter. He's fine.
2 success
clearly.
and 1 failure. You don't know exactly. You don't pick up on anything, but you could probably presume from your time with humans that this person is probably important, and you're not.
Okay.
It's just, in case you needed a clue about where things stand here.
Just so that I didn't misunderstand. Asking follows was the governor, or was not the governor?
This is one of the people that's murdered. He's
Okay,
not
that
the
was it.
governor.
Okay, gotcha.
Because the governor's missing. They don't know if he's actually dead or not.
Yeah, okay. So just to be clear, right? I will approach the guard once again. And one thing, this Asken Vollus, what was his role in this planet?
Say again? Sorry, you broke up on my end.
I think, what was the role of Asken Vollus on this planet?
He strikes. He's a noble.
Mhm.
Somebody. He's a higher up. Lives in the upper hive. It's like not my place.
Was he? Two things then. Well, first, I would like to use my deductive talent to try and pick apart, quote unquote, this guy, like try and understand him a bit better.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
Which is I'm gonna use an intellect to recall. Yeah, I need to use an intellect
Wait,
check, I believe.
Yeah, if you want to roll a check and see if you can get more information out of him. I mean,
It's two things. So the deductive would be to try and understand him better. So then that a later check would have more dice associated.
God damn, you're getting more Gloria points? Fuck. Alright, so that's a really good success.
All right. I'm going to put this in here just so you know what I'm talking about.
Rating +3, should make a bigger part problem. Okay. Yeah.
So if I pass the test, then I get plus rank to any test with this information. All right, so hopefully I understand this guy better and his uneasiness about talking about this.
It's not so much that he's uneasy, it's he is just an enforcer, and so he doesn't... You probably would get the feeling that it's not his place, maybe, to talk about people. But you are investigating, so, you probably easily... But you would assume you probably pretty easily nudge him, to get more info. So it is your job.
But yes, was it? And this is okay. So I get to use plus rank against any other test with this guy. So what would was it? Was this Asken Vollus then? This noble? Was he supportive of the governor?
It says, well, House Vollus is supportive of the governor. It's a minor noble house. Not in the workings of the government. They work the algae exports on the eastern side of the hive. And
very well. And this being an ocean planet and an agriculture-based one, algae would be amongst the primary exports of the planet?
Oh, of course. House Gilead is the main house who controls it all, but the Vollus clan is the swear fealty to Gilead.
Noted. Is it known that if any of the other murdered people, I was under the impression there was multiple, yes?
Yes, there are 3 others that he would know about.
Is it known if these other murders are also attempted on people that were also supportive of Governor?
Well, Keeve and Triss, the Triss family are prominent members of House Gellion. So if they were supportive, that could be. Let me read the other one. Larson Keel, I can't say that I know. They're beholden to House... Fuck, how do you say it? Histus? I want to say Histus.
Mm-hmm. Close enough, I guess.
And they control algae processing factorums. So they would, of course, be beholden to House Gillian as well. And the other would be Merit Turimnar. And they're associated with House Hastus as well. And
So it seems to be a string of murders, and that way, amongst various people heavily up above when it comes to the rankings of the agriculture of this planet?
yes, I would say so. they're all pretty important to the processing of the algae, which is a common food stuff for the system. But I do love me some corpstarch.
I have fond memories of corpstarch.
You still eat. Well, I guess the
I
road
know.
trader probably
I'm
feeds
playing
you
a
better.
I'm playing a bit. Let me.
While that conversation is going on, can Caldor go see the murder scene?
No.
Is that possible for us to do? Or
Yes,
okay.
of course. Yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
All right, where on here would the crime scene be, or the murder scene?
I think it's the bedroom.
All right.
Which one?
I mean,
There's two.
It's just a template. It's theater of the mind. Just imagine you're walking through some fancy ass apartment
To
in the
a
40K
bedroom.
universe. There's candles and skulls and bullshit everywhere.
All right. Here.
And y'all talk. Because there's an interesting moment. We've got a Xenos and a Sister of Battle. I'll be right back.
Well, Xenos incognito. Get out of my bed.
That's what...
Get out. It's my bed.
It's like I just imagine like our character. It's like my character's just like reading through his his little diary tablet that he's got as we're probably all walking. Not entirely. There's like space between us, but we're still kind of side by side at the same time. I'm just picturing he's giving you your space because he knows you don't like him, but it's like he's just used to it by now.
Okie dokie. All right.
I'm taking a nap.
Yes.
Get
Are you
out of my
taking a nap
bed.
you're taking a nap in the fucking murder room? All right. So you all are going to You all are going to investigate, right? You're going to investigate. I don't know what Space Marine friend's up to, but
Lucy.
if you're going to investigate, I'm going to need you to roll
Investigation.
your investigation. Y'all can both roll investigation, and let's see what you get. You know, maybe you could work together.
Before we roll, I'm just wondering at like first glance, is it like does it look like it was like they cleaned up the scene, or is there still like blood and stuff from like whatever happened?
Oh no, it's still the way it was. Yeah, it's just to see, you know, like what kind of details you can pick up from it. It's not like super complex. Oh my god, something unexpected happened. Complication!
Investigation.
You lose some of your work here. This could be something important like your weapon or a small Zebo. Loss might be temporary or permanent. So, who rolled that?
Me.
Yeah, I got absolutely nothing. No successes yet. Somehow no failures either.
It doesn't look like it worked properly, your test.
Oh, let me try it again then.
Unless you have literally 0 investigation.
No, I have 3 die for investigation. I don't know what happened. Let me
try it again. Something may have... What?
I gotta fix something.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, that's weird. It's showing up my...
Yeah, no, it's showing 0. You're not even rolling. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That's weird.
You're rolling. You're rolling a difficulty. What?
You should just be clicking on investigation and roll. Something like this.
Did I do something?
Mine works fine.
I wonder. Yeah, and it's not.
You can roll manually, I guess. Just roll the d6. Roll 3d6 if you have 3 dice.
Don't do that. There we go. I had to fix something on you. Unrelated. Let me see what's going on.
I'll try to.
Yeah, it worked for me.
You want me to try again?
Rogue, at some point when you were looking around, you dropped your bolt pistol. You're gonna have to look around and find it.
Ah, jeez. Nobody move! I don't know if I left the safety on. What am I talking about? There isn't a safety.
All right, try to roll it again. Just click on investigation.
Okay. Yeah, I did, and then DN shows 3, dice pull 3, nothing in wrath.
Just yeah, try to roll. What the fuck is happening?
I did nothing. I'm innocent here. I don't know what happened.
DN3, dice pool 3, right? Your dice pool says 3.
You gotta be kidding
Yeah.
me.
Put Wrath 1. Just roll Wrath 1.
You gotta be kidding me. Did I find my gun? I went awareness to
No,
find
in
it.
fact, you slip on blood on the ground
Oh,
because you got a complication.
I like snort chuckle when I see that happen.
Put 1 Wrath in the Wrath. Let's see what that does, Caldor.
Okay.
There we go.
yeah.
Work
I
that
get
time.
1 success,
Okay.
2 failures. Fuck, y'all are looking around and like you're seeing there's like a bloody mess. Like the sheets are tossed around and some of the tables are knocked over.
Yes, this is obviously blood.
Lucy,
But
ma'am,
like, you
get
just
in
see
here.
like how the place is a mess. You know, like there's stuff scattered, but
Well, excuse me, Mr. Enforcer, that they seem to need my assistance as expected. Praise the Messiah.
Maybe somebody can find
Gross.
my pistol.
as
Because I
As I
lost
as I
it.
come in here,
so Luciana's gonna. Oh, so what's up?
I would not trust anyone, any of them, to actually make an investigation. So I would start investigating myself.
Okay,
I
We're
just
gonna
dropped my
investigate in the
pistol and
bedroom,
then I
or-
slipped in blood. I think I'm just gonna
So
sit
I would
down.
I would actually want to go like everywhere, like the bedrooms, blood, any checking the rooms for windows for any possible places of infiltration.
Oh
Trying
look,
to
there's
paint
blood in
Well-
here too.
an image.
The bedroom is where the murder happened. You
Mhm.
probably would know this from the sounds of people doing stuff.
There's blood in here too. It must be different thing.
The body is still here, of course.
I'm gonna roll some awareness and see if I can notice anything.
Try and find my pistol. It vanished.
Could I? Well, I'll let him go first.
Yeah, you find her
before I-
pistol laying on the ground. It somehow got just slid under the bed. You're not quite sure how.
Mr. Trinity, I believe you dropped this.
Thank you.
How do you drop that?
My
That is very
baby.
important.
Trade secret.
Right.
This is very
The
strange.
Emperor willed it to be, so it happened.
Mr. Brother Lucy, would you mind helping me in sussing anything out around here?
Lucy.
You seem to actually have a keen eye.
Either way.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna guard the door.
4-4 in a complication.
Something unexpected happens. By God.
I'm clumsy or tongue-tied. I do something or say something I didn't mean to, causing an issue. Wait, which one? Why? Who rolled 2?
I rolled 1 as well.
Okay, I don't choose one then.
I'm gonna flip a coin. Pick heads or tails. Which one you want heads and which one you want tails?
Tails the above, heads below.
It is tails. It is the
So-
above.
Physical
Okay.
mishap.
So you're clumsy or tongue-tied. You do or say something you didn't mean to, causing a problem.
So I guess I succeed on the test, but something weird happens along the way.
Yeah, you manage to look around, but what do you say or do that causes a problem?
While we were here, give me a second to think about.
All right, well, you. I don't want to tell you what you're thinking that way because I don't want you to miss any details.
Yeah. Something that I would say or do that cause a problem. I would get the body was still here, right? You said.
Yes.
I guess
The
while
body.
I was looking around. Is there anything of tech in here?
I mean, there's
Like,
like
there's
just,
a-
Well, there's
there's
the
just
computer.
it's like just normal stuff. Yeah, there's like
Like,
the
there's a
There's
terminal
tablet
there.
on the dresser.
there's the personal like cogitator, which is what they call computers. They're just like
Wow.
just like really basic bullshit.
Plumbing.
All right,
There's
so I'm
probably a
guessing
toaster
while
over in the corner.
yeah, so I'm guessing that while I was doing this, was checking around, I accidentally slip a bit on the blood and mess around the cogitator a bit, like drop my elbow on it or something.
You really upset the machine spirit. Very upset with you.
I
Okay.
chuckle watching him slip on the blood too.
Fucking
It's very
Xenos.
slippery. Careful.
But you do succeed.
You know, this is why nobody likes you, Count.
Well, you succeed at a very basic test. You don't succeed completely. But don't worry. Pope still has a chance to succeed completely. What you
Partial success is
see
better than nothing.
is it looks like Volus awoke before the before the killer could murder him in his bed and attempted to fight back. But it is unclear if the fall was accidental or deliberate. So
Okay.
he seemed to try to fight off his attacker. Is Lucy going to investigate the murder scene at all?
Well, yes.
And don't forget, you have
oh, yeah.
glory points, so you can use those for stuff.
Huh. I'll probably try another awareness check over towards the crime scene and see what I notice.
That would be investigation, unless you can replace investigation with awareness as an ability.
They're both intelligence, so I don't know.
You probably don't have anything separate to make it different, do you? Investigation and awareness. Actually, your awareness is way fucking better. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Could I possibly try to?
Though that is, you do have implants that would give you more awareness. It probably would help you notice things. I'll allow it.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. Wrath complication. Goddamn. Here we go.
Oh no.
Here we go.
Warp interferes. The Chaos Gods are watching. For a moment, you feel the
Oh,
eyes of the
no.
ruinous powers
Oh,
on you. They
no.
frighten you. Learn one of your secrets or cause a
I
supernatural
feel like
mishap.
at least
They
be 10
learn.
to
They Pope. As you're standing there investigating the scene, I'm going to tell you what happens. All right.
feel
So
the
you're looking
lilies.
at the scene, right? And you notice that the Volus had set his clothes aside for the morning: boots, breeches, undergarments, jacket, belt, and jewelry. However, it seems out of place that there is no shirt laid out. It's possible to tell if it's just an oversight or it's missing. But judging from the rest of his wardrobe, it would have been silk and most likely purple. And while you're thinking about this, you feel the ruinous powers, tickle your mind, and they discover a dark secret about you. My God. Oh no. They're looking through your internet search history.
Oh no.
No.
Oh God, Poe, what the fuck have you been watching?
Better not be heretics or xenos
Well.
or mutants.
I have to say, it might be at least a tad bit heretical. Ugh,
God.
I got like
shudder to think. You
El-
can,
El-
you
Eldari
can,
on-
you can message
Eldari on
me
collection.
what you can message me what secret thing they found in your internet search history if you so choose.
It must have been looking up how to spot heretics.
Aldari hentai English dub or toaster hentai English dub.
Ugh, what are you, Gilliman?
Well, we are technically an ultramarine successor, so
Oh no! Run,
He looks up to
Kaldor,
Gilliman a
run!
lot, okay?
Run, Keldor.
Ultramarine and Sister of Battle.
Oh
Wouldn't be
boy!
heretical.
Please don't give the 40k horny boys anymore ammo. They have plenty.
Oh no! But
I
yeah,
can
so
tell you
yeah,
what my
you
internet
see,
search
you notice,
history is just quite a
you
few
can
heretics.
share, your noticing of that if you so choose.
Yes.
Doop doop doop
We
doop
got-
doop doop. I'm just
I
gonna say
noticed he's not. He's missing a shirt, even though he's completely dressed otherwise. So my guess
that.
is
It's
the killer
laid
took-
out, like it's.
Oh yeah,
right-
all of his
right-
other clothes are laid out, but there is no shirt.
Could
Hmm.
I I want to try to investigate again to see if the killer may have left anything behind, but I want to invoke luck this time to give myself an extra die.
Okay, you can invoke luck.
All right. So I tap into my psycho-sensitive abilities, and I'm going to investigate with. I think I had to just add an extra die. I think to the pool. I think last time for that, didn't I?
Yes.
When we were testing it. Okay, so
Yes.
let me then. Come on, if my number keypad would work on me. Oh.
You don't notice anything new.
Ah, dang it.
Well, while this was happening, me noticing that I upset the machine spirit in the cogitator, I will attempt to soothe it and communicate and commune with it.
Ah, yes. I'm sure you have a role for that.
Yes, I do. I can actually talk to it directly.
Oh.
Via this.
Nice.
Used for divine communion by the adherents of the machine cult. To implement sabotage. By sword to criminals, the Sogmatic allows a mortal mind to directly interface with the machine spirit. It's very upset that you kicked it when you fell.
I would like to use a bit of my of my sacred oils on it to try and soothe it while while I say a litany to the Omniscire in the machine spirit.
We'll need to do a tech roll to see if you're like I said, you do have glory points as well if you feel like using them as well. But
I would like to use 2 glory points for this.
Do it.
Okay, and that just adds 2 die.
Yeah, I had 2 bonus dice. You remove there. Yep, there we go.
Oh wow.
It seems to be quite soothed, possibly even aroused by the
Purring.
oils.
And I shift 1 back into the glory pool die. So.
Okay.
Right.
I'm never sure. I mean, I've seen machines hum, but I've never seen purr.
Yep. It's
Voodoo
it's
stuff
much
right there.
it's very happy. Plus now you get double rank bonus for all dice tests against this machine. So
I think
We-
all the
We of Warforged World Triplex Alpha, we are quite proficient in communing with autonomous machine spirits.
Caldor, I would say, would be very impressed that this human is able to communicate with machinery, just because it's not something that he can do. But the fact that this person is able to do it, I would say Caldor's very impressed when he sees him do this. Just watching him interact with machines in general, Caldor's just like interesting.
No, and knowing this, that the machine spirit is now calmed.
Oh God,
I would-
no, Kuro. Kuro says
Well, you-
Pope was on
see that now.
Eldari fans. No.
What happened now?
He was on Eldari fans. That's the dirty secret that Pope,
Sorry, fans.
Pope's character must have been doing.
Having calmed the machine spirit, I would like to see what I can find through it, if there's anything that it can tell me, any knowledge, anything that it could found about the house, about what happened, anything.
It's just a personal notepad. It's like business related stuff. It doesn't know.
Is there anything it can tell me, or I can check through the notes that could be any relevant? That could be I would note as relevant.
So for that, roll another tech, but you get double your bonus. So
Double rank here. There we go. That looks good.
Jesus Christ, 2 more shifts. Fuck.
Yeah, I got a lot of dice in tech.
Jesus Christ. Anything that would you were able to do this super quick because you're augmented. Your mind is machine as well as human. You see like a lot of business related stuff, even some personal notes, to some people that he knows. But as far as you can tell, there's nothing like about a murder or anything that you would be able to piece together that you can attach to the murder. There might be some information, like I would assume you would be able to store that easily in your data pad. There might be something in there you could use later, but at this moment you don't see anything that you think is relevant.
Then let us say that I'm now in possession of his personal notes about, well, whatever the hell it was in here.
Yeah. There's nothing specifically for it in the thing, so I'm just...
Yeah, that's fine. Just wing it.
Yeah, well, I'll figure something out for it later.
Nothing
But
in
let's
here
see.
seems particularly useful for now, maybe later, but I am now in possession of his personal notes.
Cool. Pope, you can roll awareness again, by the way, because I know you're still investigating.
All right. So I'm going to try to look around for any kind of security system that may tell us who has had access to this apartment.
Okay. Success. That's really good. Fucking another shift. God damn you people. Thank God these reset every fucking game.
Yes, imagine going like, oh, we have 100. I would like to shift 100 glory points into damage.
Yeah, you unironically could. Oh boy. Even though there is technically a cap, I don't feel like playing with a cap because they reset every game, so who the fuck cares? Boop a doop a doo. Let me see. So you don't notice really like a security system. Like you don't find anything like interesting with a security system. Like there's a security system, obviously, but it's not anything you could really glean information from. But what you do find is you do spot something out of place as you're looking around just outside and inside the door. And also next to the body are smudges of a dirty grease, as if an oily satchel or bag was placed on the floor there. And mixed in with the grease are some tiny flecks of spongy green mass. So that is what you learn. You also learn that you notice a few other things are missing. So there's some candle holders missing. That seem to be should be in place. A soulless night lamp from one of the beds, in the style of an Art Deco Sororitas Sephirim, which whatever. I don't know why that would be specific. And some bottles of alcohol from the liquor cabinet. So somebody's getting lit. And they're fairly low value and easily obtained by anybody in the upper hive. So it's not like particularly interesting stuff. But it's just stuff that you would notice like seemed to be out of place or should be there, but it's not. Oops, shit.
It seems like a robbery, but I don't know of anyone who would be brave enough to rob a noble house.
Could be someone brave or someone desperate.
Or someone covering their tracks.
Or maybe they were trying to come here to rob something, and the murder victim just happened to be wrong place, wrong time.
No, that's what I'm saying, is no one would be suicidal enough to rob a noble.
You're saying someone murdered and tried to make it look like a robbery, you say?
That would be my guess. We might want to start looking at some of the other noble families. This happens a lot.
It's like, or a robbery that ended up becoming a murder. Who knows?
No, that's what I'm saying. There's no chance of that.
Oh.
So we
no
know
one
that
would be stupid enough to try to rob a noble in a hive city.
Oh, I think we'd all be surprised at how stupid some people can be.
No, I don't think you understand what happens if that happens. They start purging entire hive blocks, entire half blocks until they find the perpetrator. Yeah, it's that kind of setting.
It's a very dark setting.
So we have a shirt missing.
It's dark
And we have
darker.
And we have random assorted items missing that would not be of great value to a noble.
Maybe they're going clubbing and they needed a shirt.
This voice in my head is spouting nonsense.
Wow, you disrespect the Omnicide like that? I'm taking away a glory point.
I would like to do another investigation check. I mean, I've done the previous investigation check on this area down here. I would like to do an investigation check on the hallway. No, on the upper area at least, if I can find anything there.
You don't. It's just, like I said, this is just a placeholder, because this is all theater and stuff.
Okay, gotcha. So it would be like an entrance hallway and then just a set of rooms.
It's an apartment. It's an apartment. This is just the best, like the closest one I had.
No, that's fine.
Looking around.
Getting an idea. Okay, and then in that case, I would like to give another if possible, another investigation check around the apartment, see if there's anything we missed before checking something else.
Caldor, are you trying to talk to somebody?
Yes. Still with my hood up to hide my features. I will walk. I want to go. I'll go to Enforcer, and I want to ask about, like, just see if I can get a list of like some of the other victims, and if they were basically kind of like the same way or not. Whoa. Okay. That just.
Jesus Christ, 4 glory points? Fuck me, alright.
Hmm.
Stand by.
We have 13. We have 13, and I give 2 back anyway with the shift. Unless the shift can be, you can shift into a success, can you?
No, you can only shift for damage, I think.
Okay, so I use 4, I give 2 back, and I have 7 successes.
Here you don't notice anything else. You notice now that you've had more time to look around, we'll say. And you start to notice all the thing that Lucerius was talking about.
Okay.
And but he seems to have had a really good eye and picked up on basically everything that you could think. But what you do find, maybe he hadn't talked about it yet. What he was, because glossed over this. But both of you have noticed how the killer got in. It's obvious from the outside that the door's metal locking control panel was cut by powerful clippers. Once inside the mechanism, the killer was able to manually release the lock and gain entry. So when you were investigating, y'all were investigating the security system, that's what you would have noticed. Not who got in, but how they got in. The clippers don't seem to be that big, only about the size of a servitor's hand.
Sorry, but do we see the clippers? Or just we know that someone
just
clipped?
that's the side. And
Okay.
since y'all have rolled so well, I'm just gonna go through all the rest of the stuff because I think we glossed over the body as well. I mean, I mentioned it briefly, but y'all kept fucking those rolls up at the start. His body is still in his sleeping rolls. It is bloody, crumpled mess with his neck twisted in an unnatural angle. However, it's not his only injury. Both of Vollus's hands have been removed, causing pools of blood. Causing pools of blood. Which I think y'all failed that initial tests until Pope came in. The blood stain, that's where you find out that all the stuff, basically that's where you found like all the stuff. But there's also a round circle on the floor where something seems to have been placed on the ground. Basically, this stopped the flow. Judging by the size, the position, and a few fur fibers left behind, is most likely a rug made of some exotic off-world beast. And it is no longer in the apartment. If you want to you could do a Medicae check as well. For this bit of detail.
To get rid of it. I have a 4 on this. I don't know what you would have, Mr. Lucianus.
So, the body had its hands cut off, you said?
Yes.
And there were other murders that happened, and this was just one of them, correct?
Yeah, this is just one of them. So, everything is a mess in there. There's stuff stolen. His hands are cut off. His neck is snapped. So, he tried to fight back, got his hands cut off, snapped. There was something on the floor that soaked up a bunch of blood. Then you can do Medicae if you so desire. Yep. Use 2 glory whole points on Medicae.
Well, I was gonna ask the enforcer if all the other murders were kind of done the same way or not.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. There's just a lot of info. I gotta get through all of it. They were so you could see that the hands were cleanly snipped off post-mortem. And hence there's no blood splatter, just pools of blood. And so it's, it was just pouring out instead of spurting out, basically. By some sort of powered clippers. His other injuries are consistent with a fall, and rigor mortis is just beginning to fade, so the death occurred about 36 hours ago, which would be 12 to 2 a.m.-ish local time. Okay, and that's all the information that you have. I'm actually going to, since y'all got everything out of this, I'm going to copy a bunch of this and put it over in the Wrath and Glory chat, and you can put that in your notes real quick. Let me just... Boo, 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 boo. Bam.
Thank you.
Ready?
At that.
I'm copying stuff. Just 1 second. Just want to make sure I get all that. And like I said, y'all can save that to your notes if you want.
Wow.
Yeah, y'all did really good on a bunch of these rolls.
Whoa, that's a lot.
Oh, we're not even done yet.
Oh lord.
Bam. And bam. Okay, so it's just easier for me to copy and paste. That's why I'm having to like dig, like jump through all this stuff. So, okay, now you're talking to the guard. So,
Other.
Keller,
Yeah, I'm
you're
here.
talking to the guard.
Yeah.
So I was just so we see like how this body was basically just kind of mutilated, and I'm asking the guard, were the other murders found like this similarly, or were they different?
He says, I don't have the answer to that, but some of them were murdered, I'm sure, quite gruesomely. But we'll be going to see those apartments here soon.
Oh, so they're all in the same building, all the murders?
They're all in this upper hive in similar areas in the habitation area, whatever the fuck they call it. Habitation block of the upper hive.
All right. So, hold on. Are you actually standing right here, Lucy, as I'm talking to this guard, or what? Are you doing something else?
Just standing behind you menacingly.
Yeah, I'm just wandering. I'm just wandering around.
That's fine. I was just good because it's like I would like kind of walk back over, and I'm kind of and I'd be like, I'm smelling an inside job going on with this.
Nobles are inherently infighting amongst themselves for position and
True.
power. It would not
Yeah,
be
that's
particularly
probably it.
surprising. But actually, question to the DM: would I know of a reason why hands would be used for something? Would be like a security thing, maybe, or for something else?
That's possible. It would be really hard to say just because, it's a random murder scene. But yeah, it could be possibly to gain access to a place using, fingerprints or even DNA, because blood is really important. There are certain kinds of systems that actually uses blood as like a key to a locks in some systems and whatnot. So
While we
it's
were
entirely possible.
looking / investigating around, did we notice anything in here that could have been used? Such blood, so blood or hands, something could be used for, like a reader for blood or hands or something.
Not here.
Okay. Noted.
No.
Well,
No, just like
and
any other information that you get from the guard is that they were alerted when the cleaning servitors found the body. But the bulk heads are really thick, so no one around heard or saw anything. They're very, very private apartments because they're for rich people.
Right.
there is that, and he lost the shirt. He lost a random assortment of items, which I have taken note of. He lost a rug. He lost his hands.
You're done.
Yes.
Pope has a dog.
Poor guy.
What's up?
So it sounds like Pope has a dog.
Yes.
As far as I know, there is nothing else to be gleaned from here. We should perhaps check the other apartments for anything that we might use.
Perfect. All
I
right.
agree.
Mr. Enforcer, well, I have been human, more human once. People like to be called by their names. What is your name?
Just call me Jeb.
Enforcer Jim, would you be kind enough to lead us to the next apartment?
So, the next two apartments that he leads you to, they offer up no further information. The servitors, being mindless, lobotomized automatons, basically, have been thoroughly cleaned by the cleaning servitors. However, the last one, Merit Turimnar, God, I hate these fucking names. Just saying that apartments, they're very similar to the luxury of Valus's, and the examination that the lock was forced the same way. You can do an investigation check as well for this. We're not changing scenes. We're just assuming you're over there.
No problem. Just a quick question before I continue. There is no further information, but were the bodies in the other ones as well?
Yeah, the bodies were there, but it's all clean, and I mean the bodies are just kind of neatly, put somewhere.
Were the hands missing as well?
Yeah, were the hands missing as well? I was about to ask that too.
It doesn't say, so I'm just gonna say yes.
Noted.
Alright.
I'm investigate. I'm gonna use one glory.
Can I invoke luck again to investigate, or is that only one
Sure.
time? I didn't know if that was like a one time a day thing. It doesn't specify. So
4/4 and a complication.
I don't even invoke luck.
Alright.
And now the chaos gods are watching me.
Oh, can I use some glory? How do I go about doing that? As well.
I'm just saying I use it,
so-
and Rob has been reducing it.
Sorry. So, that invoke luck is per round.
Per
so
round.
yeah, it's per
So outside
round.
of combat,
So-
it's fine, I guess, using it.
Yeah, yeah. So you can use it in combat to do it once per round, or outside of combat. I guess as much
Okay.
as you want, because it doesn't say otherwise.
So I'm
And,
I'm invoking luck.
Oh no!
Do I
Paige,
just,
what have you done? It's
I got the 4 on the success. I got 4 successes on the investigation check that you asked for, and a
I'm looking
complication.
for the complicazione. You feel their
I already rolled
eyes upon you. They
I
frighten
am now
you.
being watched.
They learn
I'm
one
just
of your
gonna-
secrets. I wonder what secret they learned from me.
I'll DM you.
How do you add glory? Do I just have to enter it manually, or
I have to enter it. Well, no. If you're using glory, you just add one more to your dice roll. So you take your total dice pool and then you change it to add additional
okay?
dice.
Well, can I use 2 glory, or can I only use 1?
Yeah,
at a
you can
time?
use 2 glory.
All right, so I'll be able to die pool of
I
6
mean,
then.
yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, you can use tons of glory. It's they're using 2 glory, you said?
Yeah. So and then invoking
Okay.
luck at the same time. So
Yep, so as you're investigating this place, the last place, we're just gonna put you all over here neatly. We'll say. Basically, it appears that some items are also missing. A part of a set of silverware cutlery. Volumes 1 through 3 have a 6-volume set of
Yeah.
historical data slates, and maybe some clothing. Though the last was difficult to be sure. Finally, there's some oily patches with the same tiny bits of green sponge-like material in it. So, more shit's missing, and I'll move you.
so
Another random assortment of things are missing.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm starting to notice these oily grease stains, or were they grease rags?
Stains.
Stains. Could possibly someone mechanical or a rogue
Can
robot,
I
perhaps?
investigate the oils and potentially know what they were used for, potentially, or where?
Sure. I guess we'll just say investigation.
Investigation. 5 successes and 1 critical wrath.
Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
It seems to be a pretty standard, lubricant. So, robots, servitors, there's probably some in you as well. Maybe you just left it all over the place.
Yeah, and in the positions that I take offense to that, I do not leak.
He doesn't piddle himself. Congratulations.
And in the positions that we found them on, it wasn't like near doors or anything. It was in the middle of hallways.
No, they were by in the first one. They were by the door. That was inside the door, outside the door. It's like smudges of an oily substance with these green sponge-like material in it. Very strange. Very strange.
Can I tell what the green sponge-like material is?
No.
Okay. These oil stains, they look like a common lubricant to be used in potentially any servitor or even on the doors.
Hmm.
It's not telling me much, but we may be looking at maybe someone has been using a servitor for misdeeds.
Yeah, from what you picked up, the clip marks inside the locks are like the right size for servitor hands or servitor implements, so that's certainly a possibility. Or but that only gets you so far. There's all the stolen stuff as well. And as far as significance of like any other suspects, I don't really know that anybody else is murdered. Or that you I mean, outside of like the normal like nobles would probably be fighting each other. As it was mentioned as I mentioned at the start. Like the nobles are going to be like arguing and fighting each other for dominance while they're cut off from the Imperium. So that's
Yep.
kind of the information that you have. And as you were discussing this, in the last location, a man appears. Da da da. Da, 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 da,
Dun,
da,
dun,
and he
dun.
strolls in mightily. This is he introduces himself as Praetor Borst. My God, what a man! Anyone
Yes,
who wears a
yes.
powdered wig like that, I mean, he's got to be important.
It's 40K George Washington.
And he comes up, he's like, "Oh, hello."
Hello. Praise the Omnisire. You have a fantastic arm.
Oh,
I just-
thank you, my boy.
The Emperor protects.
I just slowly bow myself, not saying anything, just bow of respect.
He nods. He says, "I am Praetor Borst. If Prefect Aurelius is Governor Venerato's right hand, then I am the left. The Prefect keeps the hive running. I keep the hive safe. Safe from itself. The nobles of this great hive are proud of what they have obtained throughout tumultuous history. That pride can often be provoked to rash action should they feel their honor is challenged." He's very grandiose, by the way. He also has a squad of enforcers. I didn't add them on here. But just imagine his enforcers are guarding the area.
It's like, well, forgive me, sir, Caldor would say, but if your job is to protect the hive, someone's been slacking at their duties. No disrespect needed.
Yes, these are fortunate deaths indeed. The houses Galleon and Hestus have both feel aggrieved by these tragic losses, and both seek a swift and amicable end to this whole unpleasantness. And he goes on, he's like, "I have reviewed all the available evidence, and I have concluded the murders of Volus, Tarimnar, and Triss were retaliatory strikes predicated by the unfortunate and accidental death of Larson Keel after a drunken argument in an unsanctioned, obscure smoke den. It is, no doubt, deplorable, yet I have seen similar altercations escalate like that many times before. I have spoken and convinced Abraham Hestus that the Galian scion responsible for Keel's death has been found and dealt with. Now, as you see, this matter is resolved, and I assure you and the Honorable Rogue Trader, Veronius, that there is no need for you to pursue this further."
Uh-huh.
Well, that's very convenient then.
Something
Why
I can
is-
roll for this guy to be like, because I'm not trusting him now as soon as he's saying this. Like we were signed on this, and now he's telling us we don't have to worry about it anymore. Yeah, my what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, my radar's kind of going off.
Sure, you can roll blah, 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 blah. Fuck.
Insight, maybe?
I guess it'd be, I'd say, insight or awareness. I really need to get a better grasp on these. I'm thinking of Pathfinder and fucking Starfinder, and while they're similar, they're not entirely the same. So
I'm
just
taking-
either insight or awareness.
I'll roll insight on this man, and I'm taking 2 more glory for it as well. So bring it up from 3 to 5.
Glory hole.
That's a lot of glory.
I do
Going
love
down
me
the
some
drain.
glory.
Oh
He
my
gets 2
god!
back. He gets 2 back.
Fuck. Okay. How'd you get those 2 back, you bastard? And remember, shifts is only above the success, by the way. It's not entire. Like, you don't get it all back. Like, so if it was 7, you wouldn't get any back. But it wasn't 7, so you get both of them back. Just so we're clear on the rules of how the shifts work.
Okay.
So, basically, as he's pontificating, you get the idea that he actually has no idea about who actually did it, and he's just trying to resolve the matter. Not that he, is covering anything up, but more that he wants to put
course
the matter
not.
behind everybody and
Definitely.
keep more problems from going up. But, he said he arrested somebody, so make it that what you will.
I'm trying to figure out how my Caldor will respond to this situation.
And what
I don't
did you
know if I
find on the effects? What were the effects found on the person that was imprisoned?
Say again.
What was in the imprisoned person's possession?
Sorry, I'm looking at
No problem. I figured you'd be scrolling.
There's
things.
so fucking much. It's like, oh god, there's nothing that specifically answers your question. It says, well, I truly don't know exactly. We may never find out. Anything.
But that is illogical. If you have imprisoned someone, then you must know what what's on them when they were imprisoned.
It says, he waves his hand. He's like, after following the evidence is the only logical answer. These feuds are very commonplace, and we strive to put an end to them swiftly. You can inform Rogue Trader Verodius that the matter is well in hand.
And Caldor's Caldor's gonna like lock eyes with this guy with his eyes are like they're like a bright like golden brass. He's just gonna lock eyes with him, and he's gonna be like, "Once again, sir, but with all due respect that I can muster, that sounds like a crack of orc shit."
He seems moderately offended. That's about it. He's a very, very noble individual. He's not.
It's very sanguine.
Yes, very sanguine. That's all. Any other? I mean, there's loads of questions y'all could ask him. Do you have any other questions?
You expect us to believe, while we've been searching all of these apartments for who might have done the murders, that you just suddenly found him or them?
He waves his hand at you. Silence, mutant. Because he would assume you're a mutant. It's an impetuous youth called Grigor Vatad, and his ilk. He and Keel had a history of arguments, and it seems that one of those disagreements got out of hand and he killed Larson. Of course, he pleads his innocence, but which guilty person doesn't? I have a witness that puts them together on the night of the murder. So he seems convinced that he has the right person because he's got a witness, apparently.
He doesn't seem like the
Who
mutant
was-
much. How about if the Space Marine starts asking questions?
What sort of questions do you want to ask him? It's very dependent on what questions.
Who
you
is
wanna
this
ask.
witness, and where did he come, and where can we find him?
Rather than mind, I was about to ask about the witness too. So
Let's see. Did I not actually fucking say? God damn it. to make some bullshit up. God damn it. It's like, oh, like there are many ne'er-do-wells in the, what the fuck did he call it?
Hive.
In the obscure smoking den. It's one of the denizens of the hive. You wouldn't know them. They go to another school.
Well, we'll have no issues buzzing them
seems,
either way if you give us a name.
You roll an insight, Hope.
Who again? I didn't catch that.
Hope.
Oh, okay.
Roll again. Put 1 point in your wrath if it doesn't roll it. Actually, roll it. No, don't roll that. Ignore that. So roll, if your insight doesn't roll, when you pull up the insight check to roll it, put 1 in the wrath section. Nope, it didn't work again. Shit. Okay. What the fuck is happening? Oh, it's because you have no points in insight. What the fuck?
Does he even have insight?
Seem not.
I mean, you should have some insight.
Yeah, why don't you have any
It's
points in insight? I mean, that's weird. Yeah, so he has nothing for insight. Pope is not very insightful. Definitely get a rating, people, Pope. What the fuck? I'll have to check your character sheet again.
He's all brawn but no brain.
One of you others roll insight. I don't care.
That's completely untrue. Space Marines are incredibly intelligent. It's just A, he's brand new, and B, they don't really deal with people much. It's more tactical insight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because your other
I'm
skills are
joking, in good
super
taste,
high,
obviously.
and I don't know why you don't have any points. Did you not put any points into any of these things? I guess it's entirely possible that you didn't.
He's not a very empathetic man.
I mean, if you need somebody with ballistic skill or stealth and like weapon shit, he's your man. But all right, somebody else roll insight? I don't care.
I'm guessing Mr. Calder here will be the more insightful one, but I'm not sure.
I'm afraid to drop my gun again.
I only have 2 insights.
Just roll insight. Caldor. Ultra.
Oh,
Roll.
I was gonna let one of the other ones roll insight since I already rolled one earlier, but I'll roll again if no
You
one else
gotta
is
say
going
that.
to.
I don't know what you're thinking. If you want somebody else, I don't care who rolls it.
I can roll
Okay.
it. That's fine. I'll do 2 things then. First, I'll do an intellect check on the guy, see if I can understand him better. I'm gonna use 1 glory on this, see what happens.
Okay.
I get.
Oh my god, you got another fucking
I
glory
think
back.
I think
Jesus
I think
Christ.
I think I understand him a bit better now.
Yep. So
Um,
what you can suspect is that he likely believes this is the case. Even if he doesn't have what might be considered sufficient proof, but he's obviously very keen to put an end to the matter above actually finding the truth out or anything else.
Yeah.
All right. So, 1 question before I continue.
Okay.
Would the time we have spent walking around and looking around at things and into the apartments, would that count as a regroup / respite? I think it's regroup, the 1 hour thing.
Sure.
Okay. In that case, I will use my conversational cogitator again. Plus whatever what I get from the deductive. He's like, so his name was Bort. Okay, Miss
Praetor Borst.
Praetor Bort. Yeah, Praetor, if you may. You seem like a very driven and zealous man in this. You are a very, very loyal and very keen on making this your work and your world run as smoothly as possible. But from what we found in a rather cursory glance, is that there may be something more sinister at hand in here.
Says,
There are hands missing, Mr. Praetor. Hands.
He waves off your vision. He's like, oh, that's most likely is proof that the assassin's task has been completed. And by them, these mercenary types are only interested in the rewards, and such proof likely guarantees that.
Will a head not be more proof than hands, however?
Such as.
Would a head not be more proof than hands?
No, the biometric information would be quite sufficient. And
But how-
news of the murders would get around, of course.
Mhm.
And having the hands, particularly how gruesome the murders were, of course would be ample proof.
I see. But, praise the Messiah, what could possibly they would use hands for, however? There is usually a great amount
This is-
of biometric things keyed to hands and the blood within.
He just
And at
waves
some
you
point
off
in this,
again. What's that?
at some point in this, I would like to roll, maybe, if I could, if you allow persuasion or something, to see if I can convince him. Of something. If it's possible. If not, of course not.
No.
Okay.
He seems zealously convinced that this is the case. If you want to roll an
Okay.
insight to maybe see why, but it's obvious he's got his own ideas in mind as to what happened, and he's keen to stick to it because, let's face it makes him look like the good guy fixing solving the case so fast.
And he's still,
I would not be very caring about why he does it right now. I would be more caring if he understands that it might not be what actually happened. So what I would say is probably, well, in that case, in order for us to do our due diligence towards the rogue trader, what is his name?
Jackal Veronius.
Our rogue trader Jackal Veronius, and it would be in our duty to at least follow and interrogate, let's face it, this witness and who you got. We could not possibly say that we have finished our duty without doing so.
He shrugs, like, if you want to talk to the man, I can have the enforcers drag him out of the hive at some point. Who knows where he's squirreled himself off to, but it would be difficult to track down. Could take some time.
Oh, I was under the impression he was already in prison, so the matter is not resolved then.
He's a witness, he's not the murderer.
Well, we would
Alright.
like
Witnesses and good subjects of the Empire, of the Imperium, do not need to be held for longer than is absolutely necessary. There's important work to be done.
Of course, but we would still like to talk to the witness and whoever you imprisoned.
yes, I too.
So the prisoner will have to speak to him when he's or you'll have to speak to him when he's in a better condition. But I can make him available at some point in the future before the matter is handled.
It would be.
You get the impression that the matter being handled in Imperium terms, as Pope would know, means they're gonna probably execute him.
Yeah, before or after we talk to him is the only real option here.
But from his words, you can say he's probably pretty roughed up, and maybe not in a condition to speak. So, this is the way it is in the Empire, in the Imperium.
With faith in your Messiah, everything is possible. I am sure he can communicate in some way.
The Emperor protects.
The Emperor protects. We would be very glad and very happy to report your full cooperation to the rogue trader if we were able to speak to this man.
I'm sure the rogue trader will be more than happy when we report our findings to him. He seems quite sure of himself.
Indeed.
Remember, in context, he's a noble, you are...
I know.
You're nobody. So...
I'm aware of this.
Are there any other questions you could ask him? There's some other clues you got.
Well, I got nothing.
And where was this man imprisoned at? Where was he taken from?
Well, he was taken from his noble residences, of course.
Is it possible that we
Silly
can
question.
visit said residence?
We'll have to inquire with his house, but I'm sure that can be arranged.
There is at the very least something we would enjoy, we would like doing. There are indeed effects missing.
Say that again.
There are effects missing from all of these scenes, and we must make our due diligence in finding them.
He raises a brow. He's like, effects? I'm unaware of anything being taken from the deceased. However, if any things are missing either from the victims or person in their abode, they're probably just misplaced.
It would not be very usual that something would be misplaced from within a closed down house, now would that be? The servitors are very diligent in their work, and they clean very thoroughly, and they leave everything in the right place. Or are your servitors faulty?
Servitors have been known to break. Their machine spirits are fickle at times.
But servitors
Probably
have
the
no use.
human components
But servitors have no use for wine, or for shirts, or for candles, do they?
Likely some household chores that needed to be done, and after the deaths, they probably moved them out of the way until they can accomplish their task later. He seems to genuinely not have known that anything was missing, but he just kind of waving it off because he's got his story and he's sticking to it. A couple other
At
things.
least my friends is what we call down in the Forge world. In the Forge world, a complication.
I don't like complications.
Still a
But we would still be very interested in taking a look at the residence where he was found and in speaking to the imprisoned man.
As I said, I will arrange this for you later. The matter is handled. You need not concern yourselves further.
I would still much rather see the witness, even though you say it's all been mattered. We still need to do our own duties, which I'm sure a man of your status can understand.
Look, your attempted diligence is commendable. I'm sure Rogue Trader Veronius will be suitably impressed when I report to him of your worthy actions here. However, the case is now closed, and the hostilities the Honorable Rogue Trader sought to avoid have been averted.
Very well, then. We shall wait with our, well, not longer mine, but theirs bated breaths until we are granted an audience with the prisoner and potentially the house where he was taken from, and the witness. Beyond that, it is handled, yes?
Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have much more important work to do. As you know, the trying times. And he
Of course.
turns on his very fancy heels, and him and his people bounce. But
that man is lying.
I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah, he's obviously lying, but not necessarily that, like he thinks someone else did it, but that he's he's got like I said, he's got a story, he's sticking to it. Very commendable, very proud man. Very
talking to the party.
Good wig.
That man has a story. It is not the story, but he has a story.
It's obviously they're just found someone to use for a scapegoat. The real perpetrator of these crimes is still out there.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm getting a feeling that if we wait one day or two, another body may show up.
Is that what we want to do? Just wait another day for another body and then see if they
Well,
messed up or left more stuff?
it's either that or we search a hive world for what we're missing.
Do you think there's a way we can access who this witness could be?
Well, I do know this person, Reagan. She's a really good hacker, but she's not able to be contacted right now.
I'm not sure how helpful that would be. The computers around here are not helpful when it comes to finding someone.
That's true. I'm sure she could figure it out, though.
She sounds like if she believes the machine spirit can do more than it actually can in some cases. Praise the
All right,
Amaziah.
so okay, so
Yeah,
GM question:
Yes.
Did he tell us where they were holding the prisoner?
Nope.
Did he say that? Dang it!
Just that they were holding
Okay.
him, and that he's, probably in for a swift end. And not in good
Is
shape
there-
at the moment, because they probably beat the shit out of him, is what you would be
Is there
able
a
to
way we-
infer.
Is there a way we could find out where he's located, possibly where they moved him to?
From where you're at right now, no, you'd have to talk to somebody else about that. But it's theoretically possible, but you're not from the apartments that you're in. But they're
So,
Yep.
So we let an innocent man possibly be executed for crimes he did not commit, and then we wait 2 days later for a new body to show up, and we're back at square one.
Yes. And as you all are discussing this, because you're gonna be discussing this for a bit, you get some little pings on your data pads. The rogue trader is very keen to know what you all have been up to, and is expecting a report.
All
well.
right. Who wants to take this one?
Not me.
I'll do it.
As goes.
Those ghosts.
All right. Well, let's see. So you get on your. I'm sure you have a Vox transmitter of some sort, and all you hear is the rogue trader Veronius just says, "Report."
Hi. Hi, Veronius. Hi.
This is sister. What have you found?
Roadblocks.
We've uncovered a series of murders. The local praetor claims to have a suspect in custody, but we're pretty sure he's just covering his ass.
Why do you believe that?
Because the explanation he gave us makes no sense.
And he's a politician.
Yes, and he's a politician.
And if it looks like
You seem
orc shit, it
satisfied
smells like
with
orc
that
shit, it's
explanation.
probably orc shit.
He sounds pretty satisfied. That last bit about politicians. He's like, yeah.
Is it fair enough? Fair enough.
So you could summarize the evidence that you found. You had the body parts, you had the stains, you had the items, the green stuff. If there's any. I mean, if you don't have to role play the whole thing out if you want, but we can go back over the evidence if you would like. So the body parts, the hands were all removed, as well as there were locks. Were all broken in the same way. At least at the two apartments, Vollis's and Turimnar's apartments. The snipped with some sort of powered clippers of some sort. You had the stains, which are at presumably all the crime scenes. Of course, a couple of them were cleaned already, but the oil stains, they wouldn't have been left before the murders, so it's probably something during the murder. The items, none of them are particularly rare or valuable to, at least, they would be to the lower class, but up here, that's pretty common bullshit. As to why they would take them, you really don't know yet. And the green stuff, you have no idea outside of that it's green flecks of sponge, some sort of spongy material. Maybe you have your own conclusions.
Earlier.
Yeah, you up that algae is green and spongy, but you don't know if that's what it is. But I mean, it's all these people work with algae, so it could be related, certainly. And as you complete your report, Rogue Trader Veronius says, "Speak to Magos Cabras of the Adeptus Mechanicus, and he's knowledgeable of the hierarchy, but he's separate. He's these politicians, as you so aptly put it, sister. They're not. They're going to move this thing along as quickly as possible and try to get things settled in their own way, but I want to get to the bottom of this. And if they decide to cause you trouble, then be discreet as you continue your investigations."
It's like, as soon as he says discreet, Caldor just gets a big smile on his face. Because that is like something he is really good at, is being discreet.
I can't wait till y'all meet the Inquisition. But yeah, he tells you to keep investigating. Yeah, keep a low profile and to go talk to Magos Cabras. So I want y'all to talk for a minute while I go grab another coffee. Because I'm dying.
Okay.
I'm also dying.
I'm curious now, the guy that we just spoke to, was he a prefect as well? Or what was his
He's a
position?
traitor. He's basically in charge of security.
I wonder if his office is around here. Because now I'm thinking of breaking into the office to go through his files to find
That
information.
would be unwise.
It would be unwise, but I'm running out of ideas as well.
We'll speak to the Magos and see what he says and see if we can get something else to go on here.
Yes,
Good.
before
Okay.
attempting breaking into an imperial facility like that, it might not go well with the locals.
At least not without evidence.
And I guess especially if it's someone like me, that would just make it worse. So
Oh, if
Yeah.
somebody found you doing that, you would be hanged immediately. Or executed, either or. Or both. I'm not sure how things process in these worlds around here.
Probably the same way they go about in most of the worlds in the Imperium. If I had to guess. Excuse me. All right. So he wants you to speak to the Magos. Hey, Adrian, it's your people.
Yes.
Sure,
And
they
at least it
don't-
gives me a chance to communicate with some of my brethren around these areas, see how they've managed. It'd be interesting if they have something interesting to share.
Quite.
It'd be quite amusing.
So, are you going to head there immediately?
Oh, is there anything else? Do any of you have anything else to do other than speaking to these megas?
Nah.
I got nothing else out of character. I got nothing else, so I'm probably would go with him.
Okay.
Well, the megas it is then.
Cool. So y'all are walking, and you're being very discreet about it. Well, I mean, you're just walking to see the Adeptus Mechanicus. It's not really suspicious in any way. As you're walking,
We're
You're
walking.
Ooh, green
You're
things.
just chit-chatting along, and you notice, there's servitors and other people around and all that sort of stuff. There's a check I need you to make. Doop-a-doo. Ba-dip-a-dip-boo. Bip-a-doo. Bip-a-dip-bip-a-doo. At least there was a check.
Maybe there wasn't.
No, there's a check.
Maybe there is.
All of you roll awareness.
Awareness.
Mm-hmm.
But that's
Right. I'm taking 2 glory for my awareness roll.
Again,
Sure.
you're gonna do Blur Hell.
I'm
Yeah.
taking 2 for the
Adrian, you
glory
are
roll.
aware.
5 successes for me with 1 possible shift.
Yep. You
I
do not get a
win?
shift, but you get an awareness. You do not win.
Excellent.
Oh no.
You do not win, Caldor and Pope. Would you like to roll awareness?
I'm guessing he succeeds and he complicates.
Yeah, you get a complication.
he's
Good job. You don't get a shift, by the way. Some technology in the scene malfunctions. This could be something you own, something you're interacting with, or something in the environment. Try a servo skull or a cherub can interrupt whatever you're doing. Oh, fuck. So you're completely...
Please don't interrupt us with the sheriff. Please don't do that.
Oh, no. I'm going to interrupt you with a servo skull, of course. So, this makes me really happy.
I was gonna say, please no, Cherub. Those things are fucking creepy.
Even amongst the Imperium, they're fucking creepy.
So Adrian, you're initially noticing that they're kind of wonky and wobbly. They don't look quite so good, but as you're kind of sort of noticing, this servo skull flies up and distracts all of you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of, for some reason, it's going haywire, and it smacks Lucy in the head, and it bounces off and hits Caldor, and it's just causing a muck in your group, and that's what the servitors attack.
What?
Wait, what?
Oh boy.
Oh.
So
Okay.
See, so you would have succeeded, but Adrian, but since Pope rolled something that will distract you, interrupt whatever you're doing.
Okay. We're getting it. We're doing it.
Which
We're all gonna die.
To double check the rules on ambush. Just so I make sure I've got the rules 100% down, which is page 206. That's not 206. Fuck. Oh yeah, this is version 1. Fuck. Shoot. Let me check the ambush rules real quick, because I've got the... Where the fuck is my table of contents? And that would be ambush is 177.
Either you or your enemies weren't ready for this fight.
Yep.
Characters that are unaware of or unprepared for a combat situation are considered ambush. The GM decides, blah, blah, blah. Ambush characters don't get a turn in the first round.
Okay,
That's
so
all
Adrian,
characters
you
that have
do,
ambush.
since Pope was the one who failed, and everybody else failed, you get a turn, and you notice these guys approaching, so what I'm going to say is, they're back a little ways, but you notice them like wobbling towards you, but everybody else is completely fucked, as it were, for the first round.
Yay.
Well,
congratulations!
and I believe, yay! And see, I believe players get the round first.
You do, but only you this time. And then next
no, it's
time.
fine. I will just say, gentlemen, mutant, draw weapons.
Sweet. And I'm going
I
to
will
begin
take
the Syrinscape music really quick.
Yeah.
It's like I have a name as I reach back for my shuriken pistol.
We all do, mutant.
Mutant, huh?
I'm being, I'm hiding his identity.
Jesus.
We have a job to do. There is strength in numbers.
I forgot to send you the music, Ultra, but that's okay. All right, so Adrian, you could go first.
Right, so remind me, I have a regular action, a move action, a simple action, and a reflex, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll take a move action and just go back here, because I'm not the melee guy.
Okay.
I will take an action, which I don't think I can salvo. Is a salvo a regular action? I think it is a regular action. Actually, wait, give me a second.
Salvo is a
I'm
regular
missing-
action, just uses ammo.
Yes, and it was... Fuck, sorry, I forgot. I need to double check what it did. I think it was an extra die or something. Sorry, I should have had. It does...
It gives you extra, and I think you can hit multiple enemies, I believe. Like it's up to the amount that it gives you.
Let me open the book real quick. This guy. Okay, my bad. I should have prepared this.
It's all good. It's gonna take a minute to learn all the stuff.
Salvo options. Salvo. I'm on reloading. Yes, that's. I don't want to reload. I want to know what the hell a salvo does. Okay. Salvo adds bonus dice to the ballistic skill.
Doesn't it give you the ability to hit multiple enemies, or is that not for your?
No, that's a multi attack.
Ah. Oh, it's full auto. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. I could multi attack if I wanted to, but I don't know how hard they are.
Oh no,
to
wait,
hit.
you have salvo options, so you can full auto, spray shot, and spray shot versus mobs, which is no mobs, so it's just. But you can spray shot. You spray ammo at multiple targets. You can make a spray shot as part of a multi attack, reducing the test. But
yeah,
that's
but I don't
only
want
if it-
to. Yeah, I don't want to make a full attack, a full action, which would be versus mobs.
Yeah, so if you're gonna salvo, you can full auto that or spray shot. So
Yeah,
you can
I'm
attack.
I'm gonna spray shot then for 2 people, which would ordinarily give me increase the difficulty by 2, but since I get to reduce it by the salvo value of the weapon, so it's a regular roll.
Okay.
Which I'm gonna do at the two guys on the bottom left.
Salvo.
Which should be a regular ballistic skill again, once against each, I believe. I believe the multi attack is. Actually, I need to double check if the multi attack is once again. Do I need to roll for each, or if the one roll for all? I don't know that.
Believe it's one roll for each, and I forget how many you get.
I think I can get as many as I want, but for each one I had above 1, it's a +2 to the difficulty.
Ah, okay.
Which means for all of them. So it would be like if I hit 3 guys, it's a +4 difficulty for all rolls. But since I'm only hitting 2, and I have a salvo of, I believe, 2 as well on my weapon. Let me double check.
Yeah, your salvo, I believe, is 2.
Yeah, so it would reduce that by 2 to making a regular roll, 1 against each.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, your
I'm gonna
salvo's
roll.
2.
Yep. Okay. So I'm gonna
And you
roll
are
against
in
the 2
close range, I believe, right?
yeah,
You're-
I can do the thing. Yeah, I can select them and it should do the thing automatically. Yeah, it does. Excellent. So
Yep.
range, I'm not aiming. Okay, that's it. Let's go roll. So there's 6 successes, 2 possible shifts, and a complication. You want the complication
roll
first?
the complication first, just so we can. Out of ammo. Well, you run out of ammo
Well,
at the end
yeah.
of it anyway, so that doesn't fucking matter.
Excellent.
6 successes, so let's see what that goes against their
That's against
the defense.
the defense, yeah.
You can shift both.
Excellent. So I'm gonna shift 2 into damage, which gives me 2 extra dice for damage, right?
Yep. That's against the
So-
first one, so just go ahead and roll the damage on the first one.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
12
so I'm gonna
damage,
also
then
add
you roll 2 more
two-
dice.
Yeah, let's roll 2 more dice. And 1, so it's another 1 damage from the 4.
Okay, so 13 total damage.
And if they have any
which
resilience,
one did you
reduce the resilience by
attack?
1. So the first on the bottom left.
Bottom left, so he's dead.
Excellent. Doesn't even need to count resilience. So for the other one, let's roll another. Here, roll.
And that
That's.
hits, and you can shift all 3.
I'm gonna shift all 3, but first let's roll the base. The base damage is this, which is just 10. Do I need to roll all 3? Reminder that this is a rending, so it ignores 1 resilience.
Norris one resilience. Nope, he's dead as well. So you can bank all
I
of
don't
those
need
if
to.
you want.
So I bank all of these, and that also means I bank the other 2 above them, because I didn't need to use them.
Okay.
And that's my action. I will then move here. I believe I can move 6 squares. And that's my turn.
I think yeah, because it's half movement if you use a full attack. So whatever half.
Well,
movement
I
is.
still only move 2 anyway.
Yep. So.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, and the servo skull doesn't need to be in here. All right,
Just
so the servitors are going to go. This one is going to, what's its movement?
6, something like that.
Fuck, I forgot where movement is. Speed.
Under combat,
Okay,
maybe?
I found
It's
it.
speed.
I found it. And
Yep.
it's gonna come up here and smack Caldor in the dick.
Oh
Not
no.
the dick.
Gonna,
They need that for orgy.
I don't know, attack ya. 3 success, which I don't think gets past your defense.
Hold on.
Defense is 2. Oh, it actually does get past your. It gets 1 point
Oh,
past your
no.
defense. So
Point
we're gonna
into-
roll damage on that.
That's a question I don't know here. If it meets a defense, does it hit or not?
It exceeds its defense.
Yeah, but if it meets, if it was the same.
I have to double check.
Okay.
First,
I think it has to be
over
over the defense for it, but I could be wrong. I think it's
I'm
supposed to be
not
over though.
I'm not sure.
Why
yet.
is it not giving me damage? Not giving me the ability to roll damage. That's great. I love it. The damage is 9.
How much resilience does it have? And then remove the resilience from that, I believe.
Yep, you remove
I have-
resilience.
I have
You
7
have 7 resilience, so you
two
take
defense,
2 wounds.
2 wounds. Okay, I'll type that in so I have that. Dead soap. All right. It's a
Can you? Yeah. I think you could make a determination check now to try and shift some of that into shock. If you wanted to.
I won't do that right now. So
Okay.
I'll
This
hold
one
off.
moves up and then takes a swipe at the Sister of Battle.
Ow.
Out there.
Yeah.
And she's,
Very,
I
very
forgot to roll
rude.
the extra dice on that, but whatever. So I could roll 2 dice on the attack. It also has armor penetrating, but that's whatever. 6 successes against your defense, but a complication. Out of ammo. Well, good thing it doesn't have ammo. Roll that damage. 10 damage to the
Is that the
sister.
foil?
Sister of Batel, which your resilience is 10. You don't take any damage.
Very resilient woman.
God damn it. Okay.
Eh.
Next is this
Ah.
one, which is this one right here. It's gonna step up and creakily slap at Pope Metallicus.
Lucy.
Not Lucy. I don't know why. Why is it not? It did it on the one. Why is it not giving me on the other one? Hold on a second. Let me roll that one again. Will it work? No? Oh, you know, I know what it is, 'cause I'm not targeting you. I bet you that's why. Okay, so it fails completely. Brings us over to this one. Spring's gonna come up and try to slap Little Miss
Sunshine.
Sororitas here again.
Hmm.
Have at ye, ho. God damn, that's a lot.
That's a lot of successes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shame I don't get any shifts. 12 damage. You actually take. Actually, it has armor penetration as well, but we'll ignore that because these are busted up ones. So you take 2 wounds. Oh no. Now we're gonna go into the next round of combat. So for anybody in the audience who doesn't know, there's no initiative. They take turns choosing who goes first, and they can use glory, I believe, to give somebody an extra turn as well.
We
Or
can
a
use
third
glory to tell one of our guys to like, no, you go now.
Yeah, which I think is outside of.
Yeah,
Outside
we've
turn
not
order,
an
so-
order for that. Yeah, yeah.
But who would like to? Who wants to go? Who's going first? And are you going to use a glory point to go ahead of everybody else as well? Anybody, like, you can choose if you want.
I don't
But you
feel
go
the need to go
first.
first.
It's up to y'all who goes first.
Oh,
Don't forget-
Caldor.
Yep,
Caldor has a hand on his crotch as he draws it up. It's like it's that Team 4-star scene. He punched me in the dick. Why? Why did he punch me in the dick? And I'm just gonna start blasting this pistol at the one that punched me in the dick.
Why not? That's the answer. Why not?
Okay, so I forget what happens when you say you're gonna shoot at him.
I think
Well, it's a-
in shooting
it's
in
a-
melee, unless you
it's
use
pistol,
the aim
it's a-
action.
Well, it's a pistol, so I think pistols don't matter.
Oh yeah, please have close quarter. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
so, I'll have to double check it, but yeah, I believe pistols are, pistols are melee. You fire a weapon with the pistol trait when engaged in close combat. Any ballistic skill tests you make while you're engaged suffer a +2 DN. So basically, it's +2 to the hit. So basically, you have to get 2 above the normal threshold.
All right.
So double right click on your target and
double right click. Okay.
so let me see something here. I wonder if you can no, there's nothing for me to there's no way for me to increase that. So just roll it and I'll just have to tell you.
All right.
3 success, 3 failure. Let's see. I need to. Okay, now I definitely need to double check that rule. On let's see. Roll test to hit modifiers. If you hit, wrath die. Cons are equal or exceed the target's defense. Well, fuck, you hit it. Roll damage.
All right.
You literally have to fail everything not to hit these things. You do 10 damage. It's not dead, but it ain't feeling
I just
good.
love just a couple shots, pew pew, into this thing after it punches me in the dick.
Would anyone like to use a glory point to jump ahead?
I'm good, I guess.
May as well. It's less damage for us. I'll use 1 to go first, to go before them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, maybe.
I'm gonna first off, I'm gonna use as a free action. I got to reload as a free action, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
Yep.
reduce one of my ammo, and I'm gonna take a multi-attack, a regular multi-attack against the 2 on the right,
All right.
which means is at a -2 to both. Let me see if I can do that without. Can I do minus here? Damage,
you-
AP, DN, -2. Does this work? Roll.
His multi-attack doesn't lose any ammo.
DN
Okay,
minus
so-
1.
So, yeah, you succeed.
I still succeed on that one. Let me roll the other one already. Multi-attack does not use any ammo, correct? It's a regular thing. Actually, I can say I could have said I use aim because I don't plan on moving, which is excellent.
Wrath complication.
Causes
Oh.
you to become restrained.
Yep.
can
So
make-
something tangles you.
That's just fine.
So that doesn't matter for this attack. You do damage on both of them.
Mhm,
So
okay.
go ahead and roll
So
the damage for both, and then we'll
Yes.
then we'll do your restraint. See if you're restrained.
Yep, no problem.
We'll say there's some wiring or something. You get your foot caught in it as you're moving and firing.
So there's 11 damage on the first one.
And
at the
rending
AP.
1.
Yep, and AP minus 1 essentially.
So which one did you hit? With
On
that
the bottom right.
bottom right. That one's
Yep.
dead.
All right, and then on the other one, it should be on the other one on the right most, which should be another 11 damage
is-
with the
it is
A rending
dead.
one.
It
Right.
is dead. Goddamn, Adrian's killing everything. Fuck.
Um, and I need to make a DN4 to see if I actually am entangled or not. Correct? A DN strength 4.
Yep, strength 4.
I'll fail. Because I can't really succeed at that, I believe, but let me check anyway.
You
Wait, no,
always
what?
use your glory
This is
points,
not. This is
well.
not. This is incorrect. This is. I didn't use me. Okay, it should be right now. Yes, that is correct. And I failed, so I'm restrained.
yeah, unless you use the glory, so now you're restrained.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't feel the need to move right now. That's my turn for this round. As I swiftly hit what I know them to be their weak spots, and quickly take them out of commission.
This one is going to take another swipe at Kaldor. The one on the left here is swinging for that fucking Xenos. Hiss. That's a miss. So who wants to go next? Trinity or Pope? Either of you get to go next.
I will.
Okay.
Okay, so that guy on top of me.
Yep.
Let's see.
Nothing to see, woman. Just kill them.
Okay. I'm just looking up something real quick. Okay.
I know. I'm just being a dick in character.
Okay.
So you have your chainsword, which would not get you a penalty, or your pistol, which would get you a penalty.
Ooh, chainsword.
Even with your penalty, you still hit. So go ahead and you didn't target it, so it can't roll the damage.
Oh.
So just
Double right click on
double
everyone.
right
Anyone
click
that
on
you
it.
want to.
On the thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
the
double
enemy
right
you
click on
wanna-
the target.
on the enemy you want to hit. Now re-roll it.
Okay, hang on.
Yep, and then just roll the damage. Don't worry about the complication, because you didn't roll that originally.
I want to do, wait, hang on.
And you can
No, actually, I
shift
don't-
as well, but it doesn't matter. You can just bank that as glory, not that it's going to matter.
Yeah, I'll just bank it.
It's dead.
I have
It
an
doesn't matter, it's
attack that you can do with shifting, but it's not the,
Alright.
okay, cool. It's dead.
Pope, your turn.
Die.
Alrighty then. Well, since that one's dead, I'm going to move over here and use my combat knife on said remaining servitor. So I think I did this. Forget. Target. Okay, yeah, I'm targeting him, and now we're gonna roll that combat knife.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll the complication first. Weapon malfunctions spectacularly.
Oh no.
Oh yeah.
It can't malfunction, so roll again. Roll again. It's a knife.
Yes. How does a knife malfunction?
You drop a piece of war gear.
Add.
Okay, so I'll drop a grenade.
Okay.
Ah,
You're a
Don't step
smarmy
on it.
bitch, because you get those back. You're just gonna get it back, you bastard. Alright, roll the damage.
Alright.
God, you smartass. I know what you're doing. Alright, 7 damage, minus with 1 AP. So it's dead because it only had 1 wound remaining. So that ends the combat.
Like, servitors don't usually attack
Banshee!
like this.
Yeah, that was a bit weird.
We might have to do some investigation here.
I need to double check on the rules of wounds, because I believe you can use your wrath to...
So the Wrath of Glory, you can use it to shift to something to shock, I believe, after a combat. Not that. Remember exactly.
Yeah, I gotta look at it real quick. It's either wrath or glory, or it might be either. Let me double check, because since we got 20 minutes left, so I think we're gonna call it here.
And we all start
Um,
with 2 wrath at the beginning of the session, usually, right?
Of each
yes,
session, yes.
you start with 2
Medicaid,
wrath.
resting. Oh, I should have rolled determination.
That's what I told you earlier.
Oh,
Yes.
wait, no, then you only do that when you're dying.
Is it?
It's like
Yeah, when you're dying.
So-
Isn't there? Okay.
You use Medicaid or rest.
Glory is 164. Wrath equals glory is a resource you can spend. Or, spending glory. Dice full increase damage, increase rate of growth, seize the initiative, shifting. Nope, those using shifts. Nope. Information, improve quality, crew speed. Shifting for extra damage, shifting for glory. Role playing encounters, nope. Influence test, that's not what I want. Where's wrath? So yeah. I don't see anything on that. So you can't use glory for wounds.
No, you have to use Medicaid or resting.
Yeah. So if y'all wanna try some Medicaid, see if you can get any of those back. I have to find what page Medicaid is on, but you can, see if you can roll some Medicaid, see if you
Oh wow, that did like
all right.
nothing.
Let's see here, Medicaid. I'll just roll normally. Oh, it says a base stand is 4. Is that correct? Or
I should
Oh wait,
use
no,
the
you can
glory.
you can roll determination to switch to
I should
shock.
use glory.
124.
actually,
But so
think
you can
I
either
have
roll
something.
determination, if we want to do it like that, or we can just
oh, I forgot. I have the Born Survivor talent. I can roll survival instead of Medicaid to remove my own wounds, shock, or conditions. I do not suffer the usual penalties for using this ability on myself.
interesting.
So I can roll survival instead to try to remove these wounds.
Where's determination? Okay.
Hopefully, you have more survival than Medicaid then.
I do. I have 5 dice for survival compared to 3 for Medicaid. So
You succeed on healing a wound.
just 1.
Let's see. Because you only you don't have enough to do 2, so it's just a basic success. So
That's fair. Just wanted to make
if you
sure.
want to roll your
so-
determination, you can roll your determination and move 1 to shock, but because you have 2 wounds, I believe.
I have more. I have more
No, you only
wounds
have
than I
1.
do for shock.
You only have
so,
1
yeah.
wound, so
Yeah. Well, I removed 1 of the 2
Ah.
when after that roll. So
okay.
and I could take 7
can-
wounds compared to 5
You
shocks.
can
So I'd rather have.
always
yeah.
you can always try again another time as well.
But
And
having no woods kills you. Having all the shock doesn't kill you.
or who has wounds?
Yeah, can I use the glory for Medicaid?
Yes, you can.
How do
you
you
can
do
all-
that?
You just add additional bonus die. You just add to your dice
Oh,
pool,
right. Okay.
and then I just take it away manually, which we're at the end of the session, so it don't matter. So
may as well use
you
the
get a
bloody
shift,
mouth
so
as-
you actually heal both of your wounds by yourself.
Ooh.
And
And
if
if
you want to use
anybody
glory
wants
for
to
that,
try and heal
use it
your
now.
friend, you can as well if you feel like trying to help
and
Kaldor heal.
I'm gonna attempt to. Why not? I have 4 Medicaid. Let's add. How many wounds you have left? 1.
He has 1 wound left, and you'll have 12 glory, so you can use all 12 glory if you want.
Let's say use 5 glory on this, on top of my 4.
Okay.
It didn't roll there.
Just
no,
roll, just roll 4 more or 5 more.
No, that's not. I did put the bonus on the DN instead of on the dice pool. My bad.
Oh. Yeah. So anyway, you're fully healed, Kaldor.
Yep.
Sweet.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty, cool. So we're gonna
We
end.
can still use you.
We're gonna end it here, and we're gonna hang out. Everybody should be able to see the screen, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
No, I should put you all on here so that way you can sit here and look pretty on the screen as well. Look how tiny you are. Well,
I feel small
that is
and
it for
unimportant.
the first episode of Wrath and Glory. I hope everybody enjoyed. I had good fun. This is moving along splendidly, I would say. It's
Yeah,
not a
for
very
first
difficult
one, it's pretty
system, yeah.
good.
Not a very difficult system. It looks way more complicated than it actually is. So I'm
Yeah,
very
it's okay.
happy about that.
As getting used to
So,
it.
I want to go around the horn, get everybody's thoughts on what we're up to and where everything's going. So let's start with Adrian, the MVP of that battle. How is Ma'am? How's Mame feeling?
Mame is feeling like he needs to tell people to shoot more. They were very hesitant to shoot before. It's very curious. I would expect a sister of battle and a battle brother to be more zealous in the usage of their weaponry.
Well, they were distracted by a servo
I
skull,
only
I
had one
suppose.
turn.
They need to shoot more.
You're just that good, I guess.
Oh, well,
what do you-
Skitari are very well trained, I suppose.
What does our Skitari friend think about the murders?
I believe I had thought I had left most of this behind when I surrendered my flesh to the peacefulness of steel, but humans are gonna human, I suppose. We must make sure that at least when they're doing this, they serve the Imperium in some way. And the Omnisaya.
That is fair. That is fair. Rogue, how is Trinity feeling?
Well, mostly just along for the ride right now. It's not anything too exciting yet. But in the Emperor's name,
Well, there's some
That's why I'm here.
people fucking with the planet that is loyal to the Empire. I mean, so
This
you're
is
gonna
true.
get to purge some heretics soon.
I am looking forward to that. But for so far, it's kind of boring. We have to get to the good part. We haven't yet gotten there. Yeah. So
Oh boy.
yeah, just wait just a little longer, and then things will get interesting.
Patience is a virtue, sister.
Yes, it is.
Lucianus, how is the Space Marine feeling about regular human people murdering each other for petty squabbles or whatever the fuck's going on?
Well, I mean, it's hardly unusual, and the mortals kill each other over dumb shit all the time, so that's not exactly anything outstanding.
This is
But it'll be
true.
interesting. It'll be interesting to uncover who is responsible and why,
Yeah,
because
what do
things
you-
like this can be a predecessor to some rather nasty goings on in the Underhive.
Don't know what you mean. You don't think that Praetor Borst, his conclusions are correct or acceptable?
I don't think Praetor Borst is able to find his way out of a room without help.
I mean, that's probably a fair observation, if I'm being honest. Though he does look good in that powdered wig. Very, very noble. And Kaldor, our Eldari friend, how is the pompous space elf feeling about these humans and their petty squabbles?
He's definitely I would say he's probably heard stories about how petty and just dark humans could possibly be, and so he's kind of just now kind of seeing it kind of like more in person, and he's definitely got some theories going around in his head about who's doing the murders. Mostly he's thinking it's like all an inside job, and he's starting to think the pompous man that he talked to earlier might possibly be behind it, but he's also sounds too naive to be able to do something like it, so he's got that theory kind of floating around. And he's also thinking about investing in like a cup, because that robot nut punch really hurt.
Yeah, that was a pretty good hit to your genitals. It's a shame you abandoned your people and you'll never be able to use them. But I mean, as an Eldari, I mean, like, do you feel like you're above this sort of like senseless murder that these people are going on? Like, just in general, like being an Eldari and all, like your people would be above this sort of thing. Generally speaking.
Kaldor is kind of different, though, from your normal Eldari, because, like you said, most Eldari don't want to leave their worlds if they're wrong, and Kaldor wanted to explore the stars and see what else was out there. I don't think it's like I think it's not that he doesn't think that he's better than anyone else, but it's more like there's just there's like the people, there's just normal people, everyday kind of humans, whatever they may be, and then there's just the scum of the worlds out there, and he's starting to really encounter the scum. He feels like so. It's
All
like
right.
he's not necessarily, I guess, looking down on anyone, but it's basically kind of almost like you treat a president like you would a janitor, and kind of philosophy.
Interesting. Interesting indeed. And before we go, how's everybody feeling about the new system? You like it so far? I hope the setting
The
and
Emperor protects.
indeed. I hope everybody's
all.
enjoying the little story so far. This is, like I said, it's their first the original company's first attempt at a story, so it's not as fully fleshed out as it could be, as we're finding a little bit. But how's everybody like it so far? Do you like the setting? Do you like the story? Yeah, feeling
I'm good
about
so
it?
far.
I'm definitely learning a lot about just kind of 40k stuff in general as we play along. So it's I'm definitely enjoying it. So
there's much more to learn as well about.
oh
40K.
yes, I know,
I
Yeah, and
I
I'm
know.
interested in seeing where this goes and seeing how deep they want to get within the setting. Like that's what I've always loved about 40k is it can be as deep and complex as you want. So like if you want to go down the rabbit hole of like secret chaos cults and stuff like that, like you can do that, or it can just be the usual nobles murdering each other for political advantage.
Yeah, well, this
Hear
is
someone
just
talk about Jin
the
Silvercoats?
this is just the first, little excursion out of the Cicatrix Maledictum, the Great Rift, as it were. So there's still plenty more. Like, this is a tier 1 story, obviously. So there's still plenty more of other things to explore in this planetary body. So once we're done with this one, like this particular story, Cubicle 7 has a bunch of tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3 stories. So we'll have loads to potentially explore. So hopefully that will all be good fun. I certainly hope so, and I think it will be. But any last thoughts from anybody?
I'm good.
Death to Xenos, heretics, and mutants.
Yearn to spread the word of the Messiah.
And yeah. Let's
The
just
Emperor
figure out who's
protects.
killing these murders.
All right, and Pope Metallicus, tell them what you're up to.
Well, I will be posting up probably tonight a video I did on the new Saxon album with that 70s rock fan, so that'll be going up finally, since CapCut wasn't behaving itself for unknown reasons. Other than that, you can catch me over on Rumble, or I guess on here on Rumble, every Saturday night at 11 Eastern for Pope's Midnight Mass, where I just hang out and play some tunes for you all, and hopefully you guys will find something new, because I try to include some newly released stuff as well as a lot of classics and some of my favorites. So hopefully you guys will join me for that.
Cool. Alrighty. Well, that's all I've got for everybody. My name is Trucker Rob, but if you like what you see with this system, you could check out, I linked it to Cubicle 7's website. They were nice enough. I actually asked their express permission to stream it, just because they put a little warning up there when I downloaded it in the Foundry about copyright. But they were nice enough to say, yeah, go ahead, we don't care. So show them some love if you like this sort of thing. I think it's super cool. I've got some of the books, the actual first physical copy of a core rulebook that I've ever bought, which is ironic considering the other systems I've played. But I'm having a great time, and hit the little like button if you want, and we'll see you next Sunday, 3 o'clock. This is the new Sunday stream. This is the new Sunday time as well, so that way Adrian can go to bed.
Yay.
Alrighty,
Sleep mode is
later,
very
y'all.
important.
Yes. Say goodbye, everyone.
Praise the
Later.
Messiah.
Have a great night, guys.